Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, May 15th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of around 89. On today's show, we'll react to the New Orleans Saints 2026 full schedule release. We'll talk LSU baseball as they drop to Florida in Game 1. Then College Game Day host Reese Davis joins the show at 7:30. Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, at 9 a.m. And at 9:30, LSU linebacker Whit Weeks. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane Studios, starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Ball!
Live from the Raising Cane Studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
God, that's smooth when he's not here. He can't howl, y'all.
He actually is not good at howling.
Can't howl. We miss him. We love him. We wish he was here.
He
But
just
the
can't
howls
do
are
it.
better when he's not here. That man can't howl. It's okay. He's new to the Wolfpack. We'll give him that. He's the newest member.
I mean, I don't think we can call him new anymore.
Also, wasn't howling his idea? Could be wrong.
Honestly, okay, I don't want to be that person, but I think I started doing it because we were talking about the Coyotes, and then we were doing the Yos, and I randomly just was like, oh.
If it was his idea, it was a bad one.
And then we made him howl that one time because like he was talking about the Coyotes, and I was like, let me get a howl, and he hit us with the auga.
Yeah. Oh, God bless him. He's an idiot, but he's our idiot.
Yeah.
You know?
We love it.
He's on his way to Idaho to go fishing. Well, not quite yet, but.
Like when he was sitting here on Monday and Marler was making fun of him for pulling up Mozilla Firefox.
Yeah.
Don't ever change.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't ever stop using Firefox if that's your preference.
That's right.
If you want to go onto Firefox and Google,
He does.
on Firefox, type in Google in the search bar,
In the search bar.
then do that.
Yeah.
The best part
Don't
was his
ever let
response.
Chris dull your shine. Don't let anybody dull your shine, Matt.
Yeah.
Be you.
Yeah.
He responded like everybody used Mozilla Firefox. He was like, wait, well, what do you guys use instead?
We're like normal
Google
stuff
Chrome.
like Google
He's like,
Chrome.
Why just go to Firefox and Google? Like, what's the difference? Like, you're right.
Yeah, he's one of one. I think we all know that.
He is.
Thank God. With peace and love. Thank God. We do have a lot to get to. Obviously, today, as Taylor laid out, we're going to have Reese Davis join us in about 30 minutes from now. LSU's got the first college game day against Clemson going to be on campus, so wanted to have Reese on to kind of break that down, talk about it, talk about some off-season storylines, and then Benedict Arnold, Hold the Mayo, is joining us. We'll tell you why he's Benedict Arnold a little bit later on. And then LSU linebacker Whit Weeks is going to join us in the third hour. Certainly looking forward to that conversation as well. But before we get to all that jazz, as we always do, get a little vibe check around the room. Alondra at the box last night. How you doing?
So it was in Tiger State. That's where the studio's at, in Tiger, like where the brand is.
Oh, that's true.
So, I was across the street, but
You were there in spirit.
I was there in spirit. I wish I wasn't. The game went on 3.5 hours plus. Well, I guess it was, like 3.5 hours, or maybe, I don't know. But anyway, sucked. Yeah, because I think it ended at like 10:15-ish. So it was like 3.5 hours. And then the post-game show, I didn't get out of there till almost 11. So that part of it I hate. And then we lose. I hate that too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I was expecting too much different, but I think like every series, I just kind of hold on to a little bit of hope because they've like strung together some good at-bats and some good innings before. But when you give up back-to-back singles to lead off the game and then load the bases and then give up a grand slam in the first inning, I mean, it's kind of hard to come back from that.
It is.
So,
and I mean, it is.
I want to find the national anthem and play it for y'all. I'm doing that right now, actually.
I wish that would have been tonight. What happens first, the national anthem or the first pitch?
National anthem. Wait, I don't remember how it went last night, but I think it's national anthem first and then first pitch.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Well, that's what you got to hope for, Jake.
Yeah.
I'm asking whoever's singing it tonight, do me a
Dude,
solid.
terrible.
And just
Butcher it.
Carl Lewis bad. Fergie bad.
No,
Ooh.
and then they panned to the crowd and this dude started laughing.
That's rough.
I know.
That has to be probably like we were talking about the first pitch and yada yada, whatever. If I go up there and I bounce it, sure, my boys are gonna give me a hard time. My the 9U team's gonna give me a hard time. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. If you butcher a national anthem,
Bro.
ooh, that's
First
hard.
pitch.
Like that's a song we all know and we all can sing along to. But
Yeah.
when it's like, all right, go, and you're singing it, that has to be the most nerve-wracking thing in all. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
in all of task that you are asked to do.
Parker
Because
McCollum will not sing the national anthem when they ask him to do it because he doesn't want to like risk butchering it and people remembering that forever.
Yeah.
Because first
Forever.
pitch, you're up there 10 seconds, and even if you have a bad one, they're gonna boo you, but you're gonna laugh, and they're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Like, if you have the national
Like,
anthem, you're standing
Hester
there
sucks.
in silence for 2 minutes with people just staring at
And
you.
You got to finish.
You
I
know
found
you're
it.
bombing. They know you're bombing. That's awful.
Yeah.
No.
I found it.
Okay, we can't play that.
No, but I want to show you this.
I'm gonna watch, but we cannot. For the sake of whoever did
Whoever it was,
They
yeah.
went through enough.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they have gone through the ringer already. And then the team went through the ringer.
Yeah.
But we already knew what this season was.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're trying to pump some sunshine into not the baseball right now because of where it's at, but just to our feelings.
Yeah.
We're not totally in our feels. Mason Braun had 2 more
Yeah.
hits. Cerna had 2 more hits. Aaron Beatty had
Home
2
run.
more hits. So the young players that are getting an opportunity right now, like that's the only thing that we've got to take from what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And it's not a good place to be. LSU baseball is not typically there. They are, historically bad in wild pitches and walks and all the things and all the metrics that we talk about. But right now, you at least have some young baseball players that are going to be back next year. Well, you assume they're going to be back next year.
I feel like there's some that you can retain. Cerna feels like he's going to come back. But Hunt and I were talking about this the other day. You need to retain those players, but also like the Stephen Milam thing's a little interesting. And I feel like you can make a good argument for him coming back. Obviously, people are going to do whatever they want to do, but I don't think that Milam's going to be somebody that is immediately called up into the show or like even maybe like not to be ugly, but maybe not even get there. You know what I mean? Like he'll make it to the MLB, but I don't know if he'll ever get to that level.
Yeah.
And so I think you can make the argument like, hey, do 1 more year here, stack up your NIL money, and then, but I don't know, like people are going to do whatever they want, but I would love, that's a really big ask.
Yeah.
But I would love if you could retain that.
Yeah, we've
too.
seen players that we didn't think had any
Cowan.
chance coming back. And
I didn't think Cowan would come back.
Barry Jones.
Yep.
I think he'd come back when he did.
Yeah.
So it's happened before. Milam feels to me like somebody that he'll get drafted, no doubt about it.
Mhm.
And he's so good defensively. He's a switch hitter. Like, he'll be the 23rd guy on a roster, and he's always going to have a spot, and he'll be a defensive replacement. He'll be a pinch hitter because he is a switch hitter. So
True.
I think he will have a career at the highest level. But, to your point,
I don't know if it's going to happen.
is it high enough to not come back and make a lot of money in
Yeah.
IL space? So there's really an opportunity, but like now you don't have to worry about just that. You got to worry about that, and you got to worry about transfer portal.
Right.
Like all of these players, like Cerna and Braun and Aaron Beatty, are all going to have every single team tampering in their ear. Come to our school.
Honestly, especially with Cerna, because like as good as he's been, he's still primarily the DH. If Aaron Beatty comes back, does Cerna want to be a full-time catcher? Like that's something he's going to have to consider. Like I think he comes back, but there's always the chance he doesn't.
Right.
I think there's a pretty good chance that him and Braun do.
No, I mean, look,
But you never know with the
I'm gonna
climate
bet. I'm
that
gonna
it
bet
is
on.
now.
I'm gonna bet on Jay Johnson to be able to retain
Right.
whoever.
Especially young freshman talent like that. Like they came to LSU for a reason.
Yeah, he got Cerna to come here and not go to the draft.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you can certainly show him all the things that make LSU great, which he knows. That's why he came here. So it's gonna, that part of it will certainly be interesting. Something we'll certainly continue to talk about, break down. But again, there's not going to be a whole lot we can give you from this game. It's going to be positive. Your starting pitcher didn't last an inning and gave up 6 earned runs. Okay, that part of it, it is like Rickon actually came in and pitched well.
Yeah, he had 5 strikeouts and settled
Only
it
gave
down
up
for a
2
few
runs.
innings. Yeah.
He's had some moments this year, man. Not most of them midweek, but like he's had some moments.
Wildly enough, outside of the 6 innings you gave up in 2/3 of an inning, you only give up 2 more earned runs, and then you blank 3 straight until you get to Maverick Rizzi,
Yeah.
who gave up 1 earned run because Ben's earned runs were not earned. So take the over, as you said, Alondra.
Yeah.
LSU baseball's playing. Take the over.
I mean, they're going to score, or they're just not going to win.
Hey, how about it?
The other
now?
team's going to score more.
Yeah.
I mentioned Frank has brought it up. It's still going. 6 of your last 7 SEC losses, you've scored at least 8 runs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was like the complete opposite earlier. Look, and again, and Jay would tell you this too. That's what bad teams do. Bad teams don't put it all together, right? And to the standard of what Jay is and what he's built, this is a bad team. Like, we know that. So it's going to be an interesting offseason. It's going to be a very interesting offseason because every move that's made is going to be under a microscope. It's going to be talked about. Yeah, that's just going to be the next York, or that's going to, they're going to go through that. They're going to know that. Like, there's not anything. That's the thing when you have a bad year. That's the thing that you have to know as a player, as a coach, whatever. You're not going to do anything that is really celebrated until you have a first pitch, because they're always going to go back to, we heard the same thing last year. Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. And, I don't know. This guy's coming over from the pick a conference. Is he really going to be able to handle the SEC? And that's going to be the conversation.
Yeah.
Like you had, players for your national championship team coming over from Utah Valley that could handle it. One came over from Grand Canyon this year and couldn't.
Yeah.
So you've had both ways.
Right.
Nobody's going to go back multiple years. They're just going to remember last year and what that was.
Which is crazy because, like, that just feels a little unfair to me.
It happens
I get
everywhere.
it. I understand, and I get that. But, like, it's just, it's like a recency bias kind of thing where, Jay came in, his first season here was not anything to write home about, but it wasn't terrible. And then you go and you win the national championship, and then you get somebody like Dylan Cruz, you get Tommy White, you get all these people. Like, you are a good recruiter. You are good in the portal. You missed 1 season, and you didn't get what you thought you were going to get out of these guys, and that sucks. But, I'm not going to sit here and act like Jay Johnson doesn't know what he's doing.
Right.
And I don't think that will I look at some of the stuff that some of the people that am I going to look into their stuff? Yeah, I'm going to look into it, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, Jay's going to miss in the portal again. Or he doesn't know how to recruit. Or he doesn't know how to, like, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to start questioning him. Was this season terrible historically? Yes, 1,000%. But I'm not going to sit here and act like Jay Johnson doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, because
You sound like a sane fan.
that's what I was about to say.
Which normally don't exist.
Yeah.
Back to Jake's point. Like, I think a lot of it has to do with, like, this year, even with the slow start, a lot of people were like, oh, it's Jay Johnson. We'll figure it out. Don't worry, we'll figure it out.
Oh,
And then,
I
like,
was, yeah.
right. And the fact that it never came around this year, there are going to be fans that are like, you didn't do it last year, which, like, to Alondra's point, not fair, but that's how a lot of fans are.
Yeah.
They also, which you have the ability to do now, which you never really had before, you would get one or two. You got to try to hold on to as many as these high school recruits as you possibly can. You got crushed last year. There's been years where you've been really good, and it's always a little bit of a coin flip, but now you have more chances of the coin landing in your direction that you want because of NIL.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it, and Verge Osbury, the athletic directors, talked about it. Like, baseball is going to get theirs. They are going to get the funds that they need to be competitive. And so you got to have some of those guys that right now have gone to the draft to come to campus.
Yeah.
See if they can get that done. Again, it's going to be a very interesting offseason for LSU baseball. Look at us talking sports in the first segment. Who are we? I don't even recognize us right now. We'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, you know what nobody wants to do after a long day? Drag the trash cans to the curb, then remember to bring them back the next morning, and that's where Trash Rangers comes in. Trash Rangers is South Louisiana's convenient trash can valet service. They can handle the rollout and return of your garbage cans every single week, so you never have to think about it again. So no more forgetting to have your trash out by the street, no more forgetting to bring it back to the house, no more angry text from you-know-who. So Trash Rangers is perfect for busy families, senior citizens, frequent travelers, Airbnb owners, or honestly anybody who wants one less thing to worry about every week. So it is one of the services you probably didn't even realize that they had and they offer, but they do. And they offer that. They offer roll-off dumpsters, 3 different sizes to choose from. You can see all that information. Sign up for that pickup today at trashrangers.com. That's trashrangers.com.
Or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
At Parrish, we take pride in building roofs that last. Because in Louisiana, toughness isn't just on the court, it's in your home too.
Parish Construction and Roofing. ParishBuilt.com.
Every Raising Cane's chicken finger is marinated, battered by hand, and cooked to order to perfection. We don't have heat lamps, because when you make it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
My father.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
You know what? I forgot I was supposed to give you a song, but this one's a good one to be on there.
I know, that's why I played it, because I was like, okay, he's not giving me one, and I wasn't going to, like, pull teeth for it.
I got a list. But
Okay.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
So
The rest is all you.
The theme today is songs with your Jeep top off.
Wait, Jake, tell the people what we're doing on Instagram,
Oh,
because
that's
this
right.
was your idea.
We are every day, because music's half the reason why we all show up here. The bump music. We're gonna put it together. We're gonna put a playlist together. We're gonna put it on Instagram at OTB_ESPN. If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Uh-huh.
So it's gonna be there. Yesterday, Alondra was the first to go. Expensive candles.
Well, okay, my other one was just, like, way too hyper
Huddy,
specific.
Huddy's like, hey, what does that mean? And Huddy was over there Googling it.
Well, because it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'd light an expensive candle and drink a glass of wine and listen to that music.
Yeah, I explained it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it. Again, like it's going to be kind of a deeper cut.
It's so hyper specific.
Yeah, again, so like these are songs you're going to listen to with the top down in your Jeep.
I like it.
All right, let's go ahead and get the show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com, GEAUX FlowIV.com. 225-953-8150 is the number. You see it behind us, GoFlow IV Spa Health and Wellness, right there off Jefferson in Baton Rouge. If you want to make sure that you're feeling your best for the weekend, if you've got a long weekend ahead of you at the ball field and different things, different activities, we know the heat is here. Go ahead and get hydrated by getting that IV. And if you're going to have a long weekend, you can go a little pregame and postgame. You can go afterwards as well. Remember, they're open on the weekends to help you out. And always make sure that you are feeling like you should with a little spring in your step. So go see them again, GoFlowIV.com. All right, so as Tay said a little bit earlier, we do now know the full schedule for the New Orleans Saints. Now, a couple of different things to point out, and we'll actually probably, I would assume, kind of bounce in, bounce out, back and forth with what's going on with this schedule. You got one primetime game. Now, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be October the 5th. It's going to be week 4, 20 I believe a 20-year history, obviously, since you played the Falcons with Hurricane Katrina. I believe that was week 3 when that happened, but it's going to happen week 4. It's going to be your only Monday night game. It's going to be a big one. I mean, Superdome's going to be electric that night. Looking forward to seeing those scenes, but
We actually have some evening games this Oh, well, I guess just one. Last season, we didn't have any night games, I don't think.
Saints love a noon game.
Well, good, because they got most of them.
Yeah.
I mean, your first two.
We didn't get what? Remember last season, they didn't get one primetime spot. They didn't deserve it, but.
Yeah, so you get one. You get one here. That's it. One. Single game. But, look, it is what it is. And the things that stand out to me, just kind of giving this the quick glance last night whenever it got released. And, Taylor, I don't know if you said it on air, if you were talking to me just during the break, but you're right. At Detroit, at Baltimore to open up your season. You better be ready because you know what those two teams are? Physical, they're mean, they're nasty, and they're tough. And those aren't easy places to play. I can promise you that. I've played in both those places. They are not easy.
No, I think the Lions are actually going to be really good this year. Like, they lost both coordinators and their starting center right before the season last year. They were going to take a step back. The Saints' run defense was terrible a year ago. Now, you hope they've gotten better, but don't forget, like, they got Isaiah Pacheco to spell Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, that's a solid number 2. That is a bad matchup, at least going into the season. Because, again, like you mentioned, you don't know who's going to be good and who's not, but that one, that's a tough one out the gate. I think that one's tougher than the Ravens just because, I mean, Jesse Minter, first-time head coach, new scheme for Lamar. What's that going to look like? But Detroit and Baltimore, weeks 1 and 2, is tough.
It is. It is going to be a big challenge. We're going to know how much the Saints have improved right from the get-go. We're going to see if they've taken those steps. You get 3 home games after that: Vegas, Atlanta, Minnesota. It's going to be a tough stretch right there in those first 5 games. We don't know what Vegas is going to be. Atlanta's a rival. Who knows? That's going to be a primetime game. Again, the Dome's going to be turned up for that one. Looking forward to the atmosphere for that one. Minnesota's the team that we expected more out of last year. You didn't get it. What are they going to be at quarterback? But first 5 games are going to be tough. But you do have 3 straight home games. That never happens in the National Football League. So that is a good thing, even though you do start on the road for the first 2 weeks. And so, look, as I said, we're going to keep kind of going back and forth with the schedule, kind of get some thoughts from everybody around the room. I'll tell you this, if you don't think Detroit's not fired up for the first game of the year, the lowest ticket price to get 2 feet into the stadium, $227 right now, and we're May the 15th, and that game isn't until September the 13th.
That's crazy.
So those fans are looking forward to this season, and we'll break down all the tough points of the schedule, the easier parts of the schedule, at least on paper. As I was telling Taytana Laundra before, you never know in the National Football League because a team that you thought was going to be really good can be really bad and vice versa. But we'll break it all down throughout today's show. Looking forward to having that conversation, just like I'm looking forward to talking with Reese Davis, host of College Football's College Game Day, and he'll join us when we come back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right. Big banks talk about customer service. First American Bank and Trust actually delivers it. At First American, banking is still personal. When you walk into a branch, you call with a question, or you need help with a loan, you're working with local people who know Louisiana and understand the needs of Louisiana families and businesses. So whether you need a personal banking, business banking, mortgage loan, construction financing, or help planning for the future, First American Bank and Trust has the tools, technology, and experience to help you succeed. And because decisions are made locally, you get faster answers and real relationships, not endless phone calls with out-of-state people, right? They're right here in Louisiana. They don't have to ask for permission. They make that decision right here. That's why they've been in the game for over 100 years. They are built on that reputation by putting customers first and staying committed to the communities they serve every single day. You can learn more information. Sign up for that account at FABT.com. That's FABT.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
If your office is experiencing performance issues, Like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
The experts at Hood Dental Care want you smiling bigger and healthier than ever. New patients can get a healthy gums cleaning for just $89, plus a free exam and full mouth x-rays. A $376 value. With over 3,000 five-star Google reviews, 5 local locations, and easy online scheduling with same-day care. Hood Dental makes it simple to get started. And we always have other great giveaways for new patients. Check out hooddentalcare.com and schedule your appointment today.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer, we know hard work starts with the right equipment. Right now, take advantage of the powerful 3025 e-tractor with loader for just $297 a month, with 0% financing for 72 months. Whether you're tackling land, property, or projects, this is the tractor built to get it done. Don't wait. This offer ends April 30th, 2026. Visit sunequip.com or stop by a Sunshine location today.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Joining us now, one of the most recognizable voices in all of college football. Every Saturday morning during the season, he's setting the stage for the biggest games in the country as the host of ESPN's College Game Day. You name it, national championships, SEC Saturdays, everything in between. Nobody's going to do it better, and nobody's had a better seat over the last couple of decades than our next guest. It is our guy, Reese Davis, who joins us now. Reese, always a pleasure. Hope you're doing well.
I'm doing great. How are you? Always happy to get a chance to talk with you.
Yeah, doing fantastic. Very excited to have you on, and we now know the location already. I mean, here we are in the middle of May. We know the location of the first College Game Day. It's going to be here in Death Valley, LSU versus Clemson. So wanted to have you on to talk about that game and maybe what it's going to look like, in your opinion, for the 2026 season. So we'll start there. LSU, a place that you know very well, a place you've been to many times, and you know, the last couple of times it hasn't been, the best outcome for the LSU Tigers, and I know they're trying to change that because, as you know, there's a lot of new around Baton Rouge, Reese.
There's a ton there, and I think the number one reason, though, that we chose to come to Baton Rouge for the season opener there is because of the usually mild temperatures that we get in September in Baton Rouge. So certainly looking forward to that. Actually, the funny thing is, I'd rather have that. If it's, 94 and sweltering, I'll take that over 4 and windy. I'll take that every time. I can deal with a little sweat. I'll be fine. No, we're really excited about it. I mean, the dawn of a new era at LSU, so much of the fanfare and attention, everything that Lane Kiffin says is picked up, and he understands that and uses it well. I think it's a real challenge for Clemson off a tremendously disappointing season last year. So it's a great way to open up. It's a marquee game, and it's on campus, which is much better than any of the past neutral site type games that we've had at times. Though we've opened on campus the last few years. It's everything you want. It's a great place to come. It's one of my favorite stops anywhere in college football.
And Reese, so two teams that were certainly disappointing last year. And look, when the first game of the year happened last year, we thought maybe we'd be, seeing a preview of a potential playoff matchup. It didn't go that way for either team. And so both these teams come in with, different kind of expectations, but they still are going to be asked to win football games. And so LSU's got all the new, as we mentioned. They've got Lane Kiffin, the new staff, a lot of new players. And then for Clemson and Dabo Swinney, right, it's a lot of the same. It's a lot of the same players. Now, they've done some things in the transfer portal, which is new for Dabo, but both these teams still have a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations, even though it might be a different situation. Both these teams still have to win this year.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Now, there will be the fresh set of downs feel a little bit for LSU because, Lane's proven that he can turn things around quickly, and he will. And, LSU was not devoid of talent, and they still aren't. Prior to Lane's arrival, and now certainly after he arrived, they've acquired more talent. So, it's not as if they're going to be lacking players. Clemson, on the other hand, lost a lot of draft picks.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of unproven guys, but I think they're talented too. And maybe Clemson just needed some type of, freshening. Now, a lot of people have questioned the choice of offensive coordinator, sort of going back to the future with Chad Morris. They'll have a new quarterback. I thought as disappointing as last season was for LSU, I thought it was more so for Clemson, and not just because I picked Clemson to win the national championship and all of that. I thought they were going to have a great year last year, and they just didn't. So I think there's going to be a lot of pressure there. I think more for LSU is just going to be excitement and celebration. Clemson will have the proverbial nothing to lose coming into it because I think everyone will expect LSU to win the game and to win at home. But, I do think that I think you're right. There is some heat on Clemson to take a step back up to avoid the feel that you have right now that it's gotten stale. And, I hate to say that. I saw Dabo, last weekend and got to chat with him for a little bit. I think they're excited. I think they're confident. But, we'll see how it goes once the season starts.
Yeah, you're not alone, by the way, in that Clemson pick. Everybody, including this show, we had them top 2 team in the country. They had so much coming back. And you're right about the draft. I'm sitting there in Pittsburgh, and we're covering the draft, and I'm like, oh, there goes another Clemson guy. There goes another Clemson guy. Like, they had the talent. They had the Jimmies and Joes to be able to go out there and compete. Like, I think that's why it was so shocking because Dabo had been there so long, and you had all these really, really good football players that are going to play at the next level. And so many times he's been able to put it together before. They just could not ever string together, really, Reese, 2 games in a row.
Yeah, look, I don't want to put this all on Cade because, Cade Klubnik got drafted, and I hope he has a great career, and he seems like a great young man. And I know they think highly of him at Clemson. But he never seemed comfortable last year. He never seemed to be able to get the offense moving, and you would be in far better position than I with your expertise. I don't know if it was structural, schematic, or exactly what the issue was, but they just never seemed right offensively. And, by the same token, they have a terrific defensive coordinator, Tom Allen, but it was his first year. And it never seemed that those defensive linemen, Woods and Parker and, even Sammy Brown, who I love at linebacker, really ever just wrecked games.
Right.
Not that they were bad, but they just never really wrecked games the way you anticipated. And it makes you, it does make you question exactly what it was. Is it just something that needed shaking up? Is it, sometimes different voice, different people doing it, different people getting opportunities. Maybe people felt stuck behind those stars and therefore no one got pushed. So all of the little things that are hard to quantify that can sort of make a season go sideways, I felt like that happened to them. And then this game against LSU will be an opportunity to turn that around, while LSU, I think LSU fans are going to be a lot more like they think they know what the Christmas presents are going to be like, but it's still going to be a lot of jubilation, ripping that ribbon off and tearing it open and seeing what it really is.
No, that's a great way to put it. Catching up with Reese Davis, host of ESPN's College Game Day here on OTB. And look, Reese, I don't want to look too much into the future. We're excited about game number 1, but there's a chance you could have LSU pretty early in the season after game number 1 in week number 3. Now, I can't tell you what to wear, but I know I might be wearing a helmet trying to call that game in Oxford, Mississippi, as I head myself up to the broadcast booth to call the game. So we'll see how it goes. But there's a good chance if both teams have tough openers. Ole Miss has Louisville and Nashville, and I think the world of Jeff Brom and that staff. And so that's not just a roll the helmets out there game for them either. But can you imagine if both of those teams are undefeated, a world where y'all are not there for that game?
We haven't announced that yet, as you know, but I would say, we probably have some people looking to make a reservation at a hot yoga studio near you. I mean, it's going to be the marquee game. Even if they both lose, Jacob, I'm not saying that we'd still go. There are certainly other weeks. Maybe we would, maybe we wouldn't.
Right.
But we sort of pride ourselves on following the storyline of the week and not necessarily just, teams that have perfect records or whatever, although certainly those two things dovetail often, the teams with the best records and all of that. Look, is there a world where they both look bad? And, maybe, but I think it seems, that would be the leader in the clubhouse, I think, right now, just with all that has gone on and the verbal sparring back and forth and the way it ended last year and, Lane's departure and then to have him return to Oxford. In some ways, as strange as this might sound, and I know Lane sort of embraces things like that, and if there's one guy who probably won't be too bothered by it, it's him. But at least you get it over with.
True.
And, there's been – I still even think like Nick's return to Baton Rouge was way different because he didn't leave directly for Alabama. He went to the NFL – and the Alabama job was open, and he took, it was way different. I understand it was still emotional and, vitriolic and all of that. But 2 years had passed, and you built up to it during the season.
Right.
Now, this LSU Ole Miss game with Lane returning there and the way it ended, and he didn't leave, an 8-4 team. He left a playoff team that, wasn't far from playing for the national championship. And, he left that team to go to a rival, and now he's coming back. At least you're doing it early. At least you do it week 3, and you get it over with, and then all the stories have been written, and the interviews have been done, and the people have booed, and the red stilettos have been thrown, I'm sure, as they are wont to do in Oxford. All of that stuff happens, and then everybody goes on with their lives and their season. So I think there's some and also at least it's not week 1, so you're not just building up to it. So it almost, I don't know if it was planned. I don't know if someone had the idea or whatever when the SEC schedule came out, but at least it seems to fall in the right spot of the calendar where you get all of the drama, all of the things that we're going to crave, all of the storylines that are going to be so juicy, but at the same time, you allow them. They have something else. They get to open the season, then it gets over with, and everybody goes on with their lives.
Catching up with ESPN College Game Days, Reese Davis here on OTB. Hey, Reese, last one, and we certainly appreciate your time. I'm sitting here, and I'm thinking, and you and I have had conversations about LSU coaches in the past, and, Brian Kelly was here, and it didn't work out. There's just something about when LSU has, let's call it an interesting coach, right? Coach Miles, my guy. Look, I named a son after Coach Miles. It means the world to me. Eating grass, and Coach O, God love him. He is one of our favorites, and he's Coach O, right? And you got Lane Kiffin now, who certainly, as you know, is always, interesting and always going to have, something to put out there. For whatever reason, Reese, it just feels like that is what LSU needs when they are the most successful. And look, and Coach Saban built this, and he built the foundation of it, and Coach Miles and Coach O, and hopefully Lane Kiffin kind of take that and run with it. But when LSU has a coach that's got a little something extra to him, we call that lanyap here in South Louisiana, right? It just feels like it's right, and it feels like that's when they have their most success.
There's a thing in, people talk about fits with programs, and I'm of the opinion that there are very, very few guys, at least in our lifetimes, who transcend fit, meaning that they would win anywhere because of the power of their coaching ability and the dynamic force of their personality. The only two I can think of off the top of my head are Nick Saban, who is the king of that, and I would say Urban Meyer is probably in that category too. Going to win anywhere. Maybe there's someone I'm forgetting off the top of my head. To be honest with you, Jacob, I wondered whether Brian Kelly might be able to do that. Turns out he couldn't.
Right.
So I think that what you're talking about with that is because of the colorful surroundings, because of the vibrancy of LSU football, it just fits when you have a coach who has a little edge to him or a little quirkiness or some personality. O was out of Central Casting, Les with the tortured syntax, which I love. There is a want for this. I love that. Still one of my favorite lessons of all time. There is a want for victory. Things like that. I mean, you just kind of eat it up. It fits. It feels like LSU football, and I agree with you 100%. I think this is going to be a great match, and I'm really can't wait to see it get started, opening up against Clemson.
All right, there he is, Reese Davis. Good enough to join us here on OTB. Reese, it is always a pleasure. I certainly appreciate the time and look forward to our next conversation.
You bet, my friend. See you later.
All right, Reese Davis, good enough to join us here. A lot of great stuff, as always. And, I mean, he didn't say it because I don't think he has to.
I think we can take it to the bank.
Ole
that
Miss,
game day
LSU
is going to be in
going to be
Oxford.
college game day. Yeah.
I think we even brought that up the other day. We were like, oh, that's going to be LSU's second college game day in 3 weeks. And, yeah, I mean, that's happening.
Yeah, look, and Reese has always been.
Book the hot yoga.
Yeah, he's always been great. And when he said, maybe even if they lose, they don't even maybe have to win, that kind of tells me that they are, unless something crazy
Unless they're both
happens.
0-2.
Yes.
They're going there.
They are going to be in Oxford, Mississippi. All right, we will take a break. More OTB when we come back. Before we get to this break, let me quickly remind you about our friends over at K to Z. Interiors and Outdoor Living, K2ZBlinds.com is the website. Have Brandon Barton and the team come out to your space, know your space, learn your space, change your space in a matter of minutes. How do I know that? Well, they've done it for me. They'll do it for you as well. They came into my house. They said, hey, you need a screen there on your back patio, right? We put a screen there. It is my daughter's favorite place to play. We feel safe with the screen because it shades it, it cools it off, right? It keeps, security intact as well. And also it shades off our entire living room, right? So we save on energy bills and didn't even know that was going to be a part of the process, but they did because they know it. That's why they've been in the game since 2004, K2ZBlinds.com. More OTB when we jump back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the new 25 Jeep Grand Cherokee with $15,000 off MSRP.
Plus the 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou vehicles.
If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Appreciate Reese Davis for hopping on with us. And, you know, it's going to be an exciting start to the year for the LSU Tigers. They're going to have an opportunity. And, again, like I am not one of those people that's just going to say, oh, man, you got Clemson. Clemson's going to be down. I don't think Clemson's going to be what Clemson's been for a decade. I don't. Last year they had really, really good players. It was evident by the NFL draft how many went there, and Peter Woods and Parker and Klubnik, and we could go on and on with the list, right? Blake Miller. But it's still Clemson, right? It's still the emotions of an opening game. You've got a lot of new, but I think LSU is going to handle business. When you look at the two rosters, when you look at the coaching staffs, whatever. But you're going to have that college game day experience on your campus. And then you're going to have probably, Reese Davis kind of said, like, just handle your business, and good chance is we'll be there. Then you're going to have the opportunity in Oxford. It's going to be two completely different feels as your bus rolls in. But, like, you are going to be on the prime time stage 2 times in the first 3 weeks. Like, we already know that as far as the game time. But I'm talking about you could be on college game day, right, twice in the first month of the season. You are going to have the ability to go out there and bring that real juice back to your program. The one that we all know was there for a very, very long time, and over the last couple of years, it's just gone away because you haven't done what you were supposed to do. You haven't won games at the clip that LSU football wins them. You got a chance, right? You want to make LSU cool again? Go out there on college game day, beat Clemson. Go on there on college game day and beat Ole Miss. You'll be right back there. So it's a lot of pressure, right? But anything worth anything has it. If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Here's your chance. Here's your opportunity. What are you going to do with it?
I don't think Lane's doing himself any favors in terms of like the pressure that's on him, because you're out here doing Vanity Fair articles, you're trolling Ole Miss, which I personally love the trolling. You're trolling Ole Miss at every second that you can possibly troll them. Like, another quote came out yesterday, and it's just, he's like, maybe if I was there, they would have went further. Like, he was like, that was obviously not my choice to end the way that it ended. That was Keith's choice, and maybe if I was there and I was coaching in the playoffs, they would have went further. That's not verbatim, but it was basically what he said. So Lane not doing himself any favors in terms of like the pressure that's on him, but
that's part of what the experience is
100%, yeah.
Right?
Like, this is who he is, but I know Matt feels this way, where it's like, okay, maybe win a game first, and then we can start with the trolling and the.
Yeah, Matt has definitely a more of a slow down approach.
Yeah, I think him and I are on the same page with that.
But that's just that's part of what you're getting. That is the experience, and it ain't gonna stop. It's only gonna continue. Just like we're going to continue on. Hour number 2 coming up next.
Off the bench.
All right, if you're looking for the best food, freshest seafood, quality meat, and true South Louisiana flavor, make your next stop Rouse's Markets. Rouse's is family-owned, Gulf Coast proud, and built around bringing local flavor to your table every single day. So from fresh produce and hot plate lunches to Cajun specialties, bakery favorites, and some of the freshest seafood you'll find anywhere, Rouse's has it all. So whether you're grabbing groceries for the week, cooking for a tailgate, firing up the grill, or planning a family gathering, Rouse's makes it easy with quality local products you can count on. And what makes Rouse's different is simple. We say it all the time. They know Louisiana. They support local farmers, local seafood, local products, and the communities they serve across the Gulf Coast. So you're not just shopping at another grocery store. You are shopping local. We say that all the time. They are local, and they are proud to be local. So next time you're grabbing groceries, making those meals, getting things in order, make sure it's always at Rouse's and Rouse's.com.
At Parrish, we take pride in building roofs that last, because in Louisiana, toughness isn't just on the court, it's in your home too.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishBuilt.com.
Ever wonder why cane sauce doesn't come in a pre-sealed packet? It's because it's made fresh inside every Raising Cane's every single day. Because when you make it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit spinela.com and tell them Matt sent you. As a business owner, you're always focused on how you can improve the bottom line. Well, when was the last time you shopped your insurance coverage? Insurance Network of Louisiana can help. If you're a business owner, let my friends at Insurance Network of Louisiana see if they can find you better coverage for less money. They always offer exceptional customer service and partner with only the best providers. So check them out online today at lainsurance.net.
Looking for the ultimate.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
From morning to close, and even when I text the day we don't care.
All right, welcome back in OTB, hour number 2, here live from the Razor Cane studio. Jake, Alondra, and Tay-Tay, the OG tripod here with you on a Friday. Earlier, we spent some time on the Saints schedule, just going over a couple of things. We'll go back into this now. And look, schedule stuff's fun. And we're going to play or talk about, and maybe a little combination of both, some of our favorite schedule release videos. Now, some were really, really good, but they were really, really long, and so we're not going to play like the totality of them. But the NFL's done a really nice job. And look, as somebody that's now on NFL radio, I can appreciate it. They make a thing out of anything, right? It is prime time and schedule release, 7 o'clock. We've known the opponents. Now, what the order is going to be is interesting, but you know, as players, it's always, all right, let's start in the division. Where's our road games? Do we have an international game? Those are some of the things that you look for. I think Flynn and I talked about that the other day. But there's things that you can take away from it if you're looking at the Saints schedule. We mentioned you are going to be bruised and battered the first 2 weeks. Win or lose, it does not matter. When you play the Detroit Lions in Detroit, you have to know that's what kind of game it's going to be. That's the style of the fight. Their head coach wears a hat that says grit. Their meeting room has grit and letters that are like Joe Diffie and John Deere green, right? How tall were those letters? 3 foot, 6 foot, 3 foot?
3 foot high?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
why did I say 6?
Because, you know, you like them tall.
I do.
You know?
I think
so,
it's 3.
It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying.
Either way.
That's what they are. They're mean, they're nasty, they're tough, they're gritty over pretty, all right? So even if you win that game, you feel that game. Same thing, you're going to Baltimore. Now, it's a new staff in Baltimore, right? My goat John Harbaugh's not there anymore, but Jesse Minter is
Matt's
there.
favorite guy.
Okay? Jesse Minter was the defensive coordinator for the Chargers last year. Chargers, top 5 defense in the NFL. He's got the same philosophy as a Harbaugh. He was with Jim, right? So he's going there. He has been in Baltimore before. Like, he knows the place. You're going to be bruised and battered in that game too, win or lose. So you just have to know you're starting the season in 2 places against 2 of the teams that are the most physical teams in the National Football League. That stands out to me. All right, well, what do you get after that? Then you get the Las Vegas Raiders at home. That's a perfect spot for you. I don't think Las Vegas is going to be very good after 2 very physical games. You're going to go against the Raiders. Now, Max Crosby's physical as hell. Don't make no mistake about it. But their offensive line, right, they've got a lot of new there. They had some injuries. They struggled. Who knows what the quarterback situation is going to be. I don't mind that spot for you. But then you play your biggest rival in the Falcons in your only primetime game. So the first 4 weeks of the season, it's going to be interesting for the Saints. You play a lot of different styles. Now, I believe the Falcons are going to be better offensively. I think Stefanski's going to come in, realize that Bijan Robinson is one of the unicorns of the NFL, and he's going to utilize him in better ways. It's a I don't want to say like impossible stretch by any means. That's a tough stretch to start your season.
Yeah, it is, but I do think it lightens up on the back end. Like, I think if you could split, if you can go 2-2 in your first 4 games, look, Minnesota's got great receivers. They actually just signed Juwan Jennings to
$13 million deal, yeah. 1 year, $13
last
million.
week. But, I mean, what's Kyler Murray going to be? Is it going to be J.J. McCarthy? Not really sure there. The game's also at home. I got to go advantage Saints there. The Giants, again, Jackson Dart, Cam Scattaboo, both coming off of injuries. I mean, they were banged up last year. Matt would throw something at me for saying this. With or without Aaron Rodgers, I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be very good because, frankly, I don't think they were good a year ago, and I'm not still sure how they won that division. But, I mean, if you go 2-2 in your first 4 games, you could potentially win weeks 5, 6, and 7. If you do that, you're sitting at 4-2 after the first 6 weeks. I mean, and then you're 5-2, and then your bye week's coming up week 8.
You get the perfect bye week.
Yep,
like
right
chef's kiss bye week. Week number 8, perfect. Is a perfect bye week. And also, so stay with me here. It's going to be crazy to start the game 2 times like that on the road against those 2 places. We've laid that out. But then you go home game against the Steelers, bye week, home game against the Browns, home game against the Panthers. You don't have to get on an airplane from October the 18th, or I guess I should say 19th, the day after the game, October the 19th until November 21st. Do you know how massive that is in the middle of a football season? That is going to make or break the Saints season. If you want your bye week, you want it in week 8, and then you are surrounded by a home game before and 2 home games after, you're going to be the most rested team in the National Football League. You're not going to have any excuse. And I know you have to go to Chicago and Cincy after that, but you're going to be rested by that point. Like, you're going to have hit your second gear by that point. And so the NFL did the Saints a favor there because, look, they put them on the road back-to-back weeks 3 times in this season. Week 1 and Week 2 at Detroit, at Baltimore. Week 11, Week 12 at Chicago, at Cincinnati. Week 14, Week 15 at Carolina, at Tampa Bay. So they gave them that, but they also throw them a major bone by giving them home game, bye week, home game, home game. You're going to go over a month, 5 weeks, in the middle of a football season and not have to travel one time unless you want to travel during your bye week to go watch your college team play. That's going to be by choice. That's huge. I think that, like, as somebody that's had to go through that grind, and I think Flynn would agree, well, he wouldn't agree because he never agrees. He would just argue to argue. But if he was being real, he would agree, like, that's the perfect scenario for you. You're going to have 7 weeks, and then you get a chance to catch up on your rest before you hit the stretch of your season. And coming off of that bye week, having the chance, the opportunity to play 2 winnable games, Cleveland and Carolina at home, that's going to make or break your season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you go, like, okay, we talked about it. If you get 4 wins after your first 7 weeks, you got the bye. You beat Cleveland and Carolina, you're at 6 wins. You need that because week 11 through week 15, you're on the road 4 of 5 from 11 to 15.
Oh,
you go
by the
back to
way,
back.
I forgot Steelers is, by the way, that is the game in France.
That's the Paris game, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, to have a bye week coming off of that, like, you had to. You got it. But, yeah, I mean, week 11 through 15, you're on the road twice. You're at home. Then you're on the road 2 more. That's the toughest part of your schedule. But, again, can you manage that? Can you win 2 of the 4 away games? You do that, you end your season versus the Cardinals, who I think are going to be terrible. Atlanta, what are
Cardinals
they
going to be bad.
Yeah, Atlanta, what are they going to be? And then Tampa, remember, I mean, Tampa looked like a top 5 team through the first 6 weeks last year. Then they were injured all hell and fizzled out down the stretch. Who's to say that doesn't happen again? Like, I think the end of your season, despite the fact you have 2 division rivals, like, kind of sets up pretty well for you.
Yeah, I do too. And look, you're still going to have a bye weekend and 2 home games. God, these international games are, poof. That's a long, At least it's not Australia in the first week of the season. Because that'll suck.
Getting 2 home games, though.
Pittsburgh? Like, Pittsburgh should be in the Superdome. You know how many people in Louisiana, like, grew up on Pittsburgh?
Right, because we talk about it with Cowboys all the time, right? It's like, oh, when you don't want the Cowboys going to the Dome because there's so many Cowboys fans down here in Louisiana, but it's like Pittsburgh's kind of the AFC equivalent to that, right? Like, That's why I hate the Steelers. My dad taught me to hate the Steelers growing up because in the 80s and 90s, it was Steelers-Cowboys. I mean, it's the same thing. Yeah, that should be in the dome.
You don't have to go to Green Bay in December. That is a big plus. They come to you. I'm sitting here, and one of the other things that you'd always try to look at real quick when you got the schedule was, where am I going to freeze my butt off? You don't really have that.
I mean, Chicago in November, and then Cincinnati the week after.
Maybe Chicago will be fine in November.
Yeah.
You'll be okay there. You'll be in Cincinnati. You'll have some cold wind. It ain't going to be bad. I guess Carolina, December 13th, that can get a little hairy at times.
Maybe.
But at Tampa, Arizona at home, at Atlanta, Tampa at home. That's what you like to see.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have a ton of cold weather games. That's I mean, again, like maybe Chicago, maybe Carolina. Outside of that, because like you go to New York, but that's in October. That's the middle of October. You're going to be fine there. I like this schedule. And again, Jake, you and I were talking about it kind of right before the show starts. It's kind of the perks of playing the fourth place schedule, right?
Yeah.
Because like a lot of people that last game of the year were like, you cannot lose to the Falcons. I cannot believe you lost to the Falcons. That probably sucked. Looking back on it now, I bet if you asked the Saints fan, got it to themselves, they're like, losing that game to Atlanta wasn't the worst thing because now we get the fourth place schedule.
Yeah. It's got a lot to like about it. International game throws a wrench into it, which playing a game for the first time in France like that, you never know what to expect. But again, even going back to it and realizing that game is the one in Paris, it's still bye week, home game. That is going to be a big, big deal for the Saints, and the fact that they're not going to have to travel immediately after their bye week. They basically get a month where they're going to be able to be at home, be around their family, hit reset, and that's the best part of the schedule for me. All right, we will take a break. We've got more OTB when we jump back here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if you're ready to turn your backyard into the place everybody wants to be this summer, call Russell Pool Company. Russell Pools has been building custom pools in Baton Rouge since 1965 with more than 50 years of experience designing pools built for Louisiana homes and Louisiana weather. So whether you're a brand new, client, you've never had a conversation with them, and you want to build that dream pool, obviously they can get that done. If you've been a client but you want to add something to your pool, you can do that. If somebody else built your pool but you want to renovate that pool, they can do that. They can do it all. Weekly maintenance, that's them as well. We always say it from the very beginning, everywhere in between, and they're always going to be there. That is Russell Pool Company. I always encourage you, though, go check out their gallery of work, because I know that you've been thinking about this dream pool for a long time and you think you know exactly what you want, and maybe you do, but maybe you want to add just one thing or two things you see what Russell Pools has already done. Go to the website to find that information. That's russellpools.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, They've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Well, I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. Said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me? Bad times are coming and I reap what I done sowed. Well, let me tell you something, all that glitters ain't gold. It's been a long old troublesome road, and I'm looking for somebody come and help me carry this load. I need a dollar, dollar.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Did y'all ever watch the show How to Make It in America? It was on HBO. This was the theme song of that show. They were trying to start a jean company, like a denim jean company.
I've never even heard this song.
You never heard this song?
I've never heard this song.
This would be a great. This would be a great theme song. I feel like this is in a lot.
Well, they were, they were on the struggle bus and they were trying to come up with some different things to make some money, and they kind of fell into like this role of expensive denim.
Okay.
They tried to start a jean company.
I hate
I
that.
think it's in a lot of movies, isn't it?
I don't know.
I've literally never heard it.
I don't know. It's a good one. Hello Black's good. Check it out, How to Make It in America. It only has 2 seasons. Didn't make it.
It didn't make it in America.
It was good though. I liked it.
I don't hate a short show though. Like I'd rather 2 seasons than like 10.
Sweet Spots.
I think like
4 to
5.
I was going to say 5.
I think 5 is like the
five's a sweet
perfect
spot.
amount of the
6
shows.
6 is typically a bad season.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything more than 5.
Yeah, I
If I
agree.
see a show
Like
and
you're
it's like 4 to
dragging
5.
it.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
dragging
Wrap
because like
this
even
up.
like Entourage.
Yeah.
Like the last season or like the last 2 seasons of Entourage, I'm like, why did this get so dark so fast?
Yeah.
Like Adrian, what's his name on the show? I forget.
Vinny Chase.
Yeah, Vinny Chase. He's like going through addiction and like dating somebody inappropriate. It's, I don't know.
Adult entertainment stars.
Yeah, it's like, how do I say this?
Right.
Literally, how do I say this?
I believe the
She has
preferred
adult movies,
Yeah.
but like either
mattress
way,
actress.
that's
Okay,
insane.
yeah, that's a way to say it. Yeah.
Either way, like Entourage was really good until it wasn't.
Yeah.
And like they weren't terrible at the end, but it just wasn't what it was.
Yeah.
It felt like a completely
think about
different
it, all
show.
of them, Game of Thrones.
Veep
like,
was like
Suits.
that. Veep was like a completely different show than
Dexter.
from what it ended.
Didn't watch Dexter.
If you watch Dexter till season 5, it's like an 8 out of 10. You watch it to season 8, it's like a 4.
Yeah.
The last 3 seasons are terrible.
Did y'all see the I think I sent it to the group chat. It was this guy, he AI'd himself into Game of Thrones scenes, and he would like punch somebody that was like Ned Stark, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, by the way. Spoiler for Game of Thrones. If you haven't seen it by now, I don't
Turn
know
your
what to
radio
tell
off.
you.
Close
I
your
don't know what to tell
laptop.
you.
Close your phone.
It's been years.
Taylor, Well, actually, you know this.
You know this
the first
part.
two seasons.
But it was like the first part, like when Ned and the knight or whatever was about to chop his head off.
Yeah.
And the guy like elbows him, grabs the sword, and like throws him on the ground, and then kisses Ned Stark on the forehead.
Yeah.
And he like AI'd himself into all this, like the Red Wedding. He AI'd himself
nice.
into
The
it.
Red
Was
Wedding. Whoa.
Bro, talk
About
about
episodes
bleak.
of TV.
And you know what was perfect is after all that happened, again, more spoilers for Game of Thrones, but after the episode was over, the credits were silent. Like usually they have like a little song in the background, but the credits were silent, and that was perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's how I felt. I was like, whoa, that was like one of the most bleak things that I've ever seen.
I remember that. Like very few times I remember just sitting there like mouth open, looking at the TV like, what just
It was
happened?
insane. Legendary.
It was until the last season.
Yep.
Thank God they screwed that up. I wanted them to come back and be like, hey,
My
we were
bad.
just kidding. That's on us.
This
Pat the
is the
chest.
real-
Like, here's the real final season
Right.
of Game of Thrones.
When
Never
did
did.
like people were pointing out like Starbucks cups in the background
Yeah.
and everything? Like, didn't
Yeah.
even try.
Yeah.
Again,
Well,
I've never seen the last season, but I've seen pictures.
And also, like, everything led up to the Night King, right? And they
Yeah.
kill him in the first episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna drag on longer than that. And the first episode is
Yeah. I mean, the person that killed him was a bad A.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
That's who should have, but
Yes.
like it was too quick. All right, sorry. How
Can
to
you
Make It in America.
spoil a show that ended years ago? No, I know, but you know how people get.
Yeah, people are like, oh my God, they're gonna watch that. If you haven't watched it by now,
That show
you
I don't know
watch
what
it.
to
like
tell you.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Like this kind of on you. Like
Yeah.
like when she
I
said
I had just moved to Baton Rouge when that show ended.
she sent the video on Saturday, and she was like, Taylor, don't watch it if you don't want spoilers. I'm like, guys, let's be honest, I'm not finishing it. If I hadn't done it
Which
by
is
now-
weird.
I
But that's a
mean,
whole
you
different
if I
subject. The
haven't
fact
done
that
it
you
by
can
now-
watch 2 seasons of that show and not finish it, it's weird.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But teach their own.
How you feeling about tonight? How's the arm feeling?
Oh, forgot. I keep forgetting.
Matt, the Matt over at LSU texted me, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Are y'all good to go?" And I was like, "I think so."
Yeah, I got to find out where I'm supposed to go, where I'm supposed to park, tickets, all that situation.
So, I don't know about parking. I have your tickets.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know where we're gonna meet Matt and all that. So
Where are we meeting him at? 'Cause I'm
Champion,
coming
in front of Champions Club.
hot.
In
We have a
front of-
game at 4:00 at Zachary Park.
Oof.
Oh, you got it.
I think I got it.
Game's
I
at
think you
6:30,
got
right?
it.
Well, I got to be there at 6.
6.
I mean, got to be there at 6. Long,
Yeah, I
6:10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be there like he's on his way. I
I'm gonna
swear.
like have the bag and like everything, like our Memphis' bag, the
Yeah.
catcher's bag. I'm gonna have it all ready to go. Like, and as soon as the game ends,
We gotta go.
we're in the car
Yeah.
because it's 28 minutes from Zachary Youth Park
Okay.
to the box.
Okay.
All right. So if their game ends, they're an hour and a half time
But
limit.
it's also like 5:00.
I know. The school's out, so that helps. I know. Look, I thought about this, but what else am I gonna do?
I think you got it. I think.
And
you
if
got
I'm
it.
not,
Sounds fair.
and if I'm late, you know who's gonna throw out the first pitch?
Me.
Alondra.
I will.
Oh, I know you will.
I'm gonna be living vicariously through you.
You'll throw a strike too.
Yeah.
I got faith in you.
I don't know
if
about strike. I might do like a little wild pitch. If I won't throw it in the ground, but
Right.
I might throw it a
you
little
won't
wild.
do a Mariah Carey.
What's
Oh,
that?
straight into the ground.
Oh no, I won't go straight into the ground.
Perfect.
But it will be a wild pitch.
That's fine.
Maybe a little too high.
That's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna be coming up on 2 wheels.
If you're nervous about like,
I need Katie to drop you off at the front.
Well, they want to see too. Well, I guess they could park
And then
still
go
get there,
park, yeah.
I wonder if anyone like nervous about throwing a strike.
Get J Bones to drop me off.
Yeah.
That they're like, I'm gonna intentionally throw it so bad that people know I was intentional.
Yeah. The worst ones to me in my memory are Mariah Carey,
50
Cent,
50's
Conor
was
McGregor.
Bad.
Oh, Connors was
Connors
bad.
was bad. There was a Red Sox who they had a reunion, and he like,
Which is wild.
Baseball got a pitcher, and he sailed it. I don't know if he was trying to be funny, but he sailed it. There's some other really, really bad ones. That one where the person throws it and hits the photographer in the crotch.
Oh my god.
There's that one. I'm feeling okay about it.
You're gonna be fine. Seen a lot of bad wild pitches. You will not be one of them.
No, I wouldn't go full wind up. Somebody in the chat saying
I'm going hybrid.
I wouldn't go full wind up. I'd go from the stretch.
I'm going hybrid.
Yeah.
I'm going like if there was somebody on base, I'd be balking, but since nobody's on, I'm gonna go like
You're good.
pretty much stretch, but a little bit of a wind up action to it, just so I can get some torque.
Yeah.
so I can make it to the plate.
I'm so excited. I feel like I'm more excited than you are.
If I didn't have, if I wasn't like coming in hot like that,
Yeah.
like that part of it, I'm more nervous about that part than
Right.
the actual pitch.
Yeah, that makes
I want
sense.
to make sure we play our game, and I want to make sure I'm there on time.
You're gonna do better because of that. You're not gonna be thinking about the pitch at all. You're just gonna be like, oh, I gotta get there in time. Like you're good.
All right. Well, we'll see. Might get up there and be like, Memphis, you got this.
I need Memphis to run rule the team.
Yeah.
That y'all are playing.
That never happens. So, run rules actually seem like they take longer sometimes.
Really?
Because you're
Well, I
scoring
guess
more.
so.
That
Yeah,
many
you're right.
runs.
We'll see. And if you're at the box tonight and it doesn't go well, just remember the good times. Don't remember the bad ones. It's going to be fine. It'll be fine. It's originally was supposed to be me and Flynn doing it, but he's not going to be here.
How was that gonna work? Y'all were gonna hold the ball together?
No, we just do little
I know. I'm kidding.
double cannon bullpen. I wonder who's going to catch it. Who typically catches this thing?
The bullpen catcher, normally, right?
Probably Yaman.
You think Jay will come out there for me?
Get Jay to.
What if I walk by Jay and throw him a mitt? Here you go, Jay. Go toss it, bro.
Bruh.
Come on,
They told me you were catching it.
Well, Flynn, we actually talked about it. If it would have been Team OTB,
Yeah.
I would have played catcher and Flynn would have been pitcher. I would just caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flynn runs everything. Guy can't even get the sale executed at Rouse's.
Bruh.
Yeah, that
Go
is
ahead
no
and
longer,
call whoever Rouse.
That is
Wait,
no
he's texting
longer
us back.
Destrahan's fault. That is no longer their fault.
He said everybody, because we text Jake went to Rouse's yesterday,
Yep.
and the My High. Remember, 2 days ago, somebody said, "Show this to Flynn."
Yeah.
The My High and the Destrehan Rouse's was not on sale.
Right.
So the My High at the Rouse's you went to yesterday also not on sale, and we
Nope.
sent it to Flynn. And he's like, which Rouse's? I said, at this point, call all the Rouse's. And he said, everybody just relax. Stop yelling at me.
We're checking him.
This
I will
man-
stop at Rouse's and Denham on the way home.
This
We are checking him.
man out here saying the entire month of May, 20% off.
Bro, we're halfway through May.
Bro, it is May 15th. I went to the Rouse's, right? Burbank, the one we do shows from. It's one of the newer ones. It's nice. It's like when I say Rouse's, that's the one that I think of. It went on sale. I paid
love the
full ass price for that My High.
He did it on purpose. He's like, look, get them in the door with the sale. They already get there. They're going to buy it. I don't hate the
I
strategy.
bought it just to see. I'm like, okay, well, maybe when I take it to the register, it's going to take it off.
Right, like the tag might not be up there.
Right.
Yeah.
It didn't.
He's like, tags fall off. I get it.
Nope. Guys out here false advertising. And not just for us.
For
but
everyone.
For Rouse's, too.
Yeah.
Poor Rouse's is catching strays when they shouldn't.
People are yelling at
Those
him
are
at the
good
checkout
people.
line.
Those are local people.
Right.
This is supposed to be 20% off. They're like, look, the My High company, they never told us.
I honestly think he's low-key slandering them a little bit. And it needs to stop.
I apologize for Matt.
Yeah.
But if you go to your local Rouse's expecting it to be on sale, it's probably not.
It's not.
Even though he sat up here for the entire month and said it was. I apologize.
It's literally May 15th.
We're halfway done with this thing.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. We've got Devin Snow set to join us in about 30 minutes from now. We've got Whit Weeks set to join us an hour from now. Still so much more coming your way. Stay locked in here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GetGordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. GetGordon.com. You can have a chat with a live agent right there on the homepage of the website. So any question that you might have, they can answer it right there. You also can pick up the phone and give them a call. And the thing about the G team is they are throughout the state of Louisiana. So if you're listening to us up on 1130 AM The Tiger in North Louisiana, we are talking to you. If you're listening to us on ESPN Alexandria 94.7, if you're listening to us anywhere in Louisiana, certainly here in the Baton Rouge area, down on the North Shore, New Orleans, does not matter. Your area code followed by 888-8888. You're going to have a conversation with them. They're throughout the state of Louisiana. They want to help you in Louisiana, and they're going to get that done. So 318-985-225-985. Let's see, 504-337, all the area codes. They've got you covered. Also, the G team, they've always got something going on. So check them out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. At Get Gordon's always going to be the handle. GetGordon.com is the website. Get Gordon and get it done.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the new 25 Jeep Grand Cherokee with $15,000 off MSRP.
Plus the 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou vehicles.
If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Some of us, we're hardly ever here. The rest of us, we're born to disappear. How do I stop myself from being just a number? How will I hold my head to keep from going down to the wire?
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Before we get to some of the NFL schedule release videos, we're going to play some of the Titans video, I believe. I want to remind you about our friends over at Gin Gators. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's the only Gators that we're ever going to love and appreciate here on this show. Most backup generators are built with parts from different companies. One company makes the engine, another makes the controls, another makes the alternator. So when something breaks, who do you even call? You probably don't know, but a Kohler generator installed by Gin Gators is built different. One name on the engine, the alternator, the controls, with one warranty covering all of it. Commercial grade equipment installed right in your backyard by the pros at Gin Gators, backed by a 10-year warranty. Visit GenGators.com. That is GenGators with a Z. GenGatorz.com. GenGators.com. Gen Gators Power Systems, built different. All right. Here is a portion of the Tennessee Titans schedule release video.
McAfee? Excuse me, Pat. Are you Pat McAfee? Miles Garrett. Hey, heck yeah, dude. Joe. What's up, Joe? How you doing, Joe? You good? Yeah. You ready for the season, Joe? Trevor Lawrence? Trevor, come on.
No, man,
You just don't want people to know who it is?
Yeah, I got my shades on.
Jerry Jones? No. The owner of the Cowboys?
Jerry, what's up? I'm from the UK.
Will Compton? Are you Will Compton?
No.
That's
Definitely not. No.
No way.
No.
Wait. Say it like this. Say it like this. I'm telling you. Dan Campbell. What's up, bro? Dan Campbell. Fernando Mendoza?
John Pork?
What are you doing here?
Oh, yeah, just seeing the family, you know what I mean?
Aaron Rodgers? Nope. Dude, I won't tell anybody if you're actually Aaron Rodgers.
Not Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good.
That's one of my favorite ones.
That's pretty good. Now,
the Myles Garrett one had me dead.
They have
the Mendoza kind of looked like
it.
No,
I thought
exactly
it was
like
Fernando until he walked close, honestly. They have such an advantage, though, getting to be on Broadway.
Yeah.
Because the amount of people, it's
And it looked like that
incredible.
they were at some sort of NFL event, too. Like, there's a bunch of NFL fans there.
A lot of different teams. It was good.
And then they put Macaulay Culkin instead of Joe.
Yeah.
You know which the worst one? I said that weird. You know which was the worst one?
I didn't love
The Jets one. What are y'all doing?
with the paint.
Yeah, what are y'all
I didn't
doing?
love that
Imagine
one.
the Jets screwing something up.
Yeah, I didn't love that one.
Who'd have thought?
It's like that. There's nothing cool about this.
Like at all.
Chargers was good. Raiders was funny. That one was hilarious. The Chargers going after, or like just the Easter egg, like the subtle, like, and you pick it up, and like they went after the Dolphins for like all the bad contracts that they've had with Tua and Tyreek, and mentioned Braves. And,
That's awesome.
And the Patriots won. So
Were they the ones that did the animated one last year? Okay,
yeah.
that one was really good too.
They're like the ones that are known for.
They were really
Look,
good
we're
last
not the best at a lot outside of uniforms, but they get schedule
I
release.
remember the
videos,
animated
right?
one being really cool.
Yeah. I didn't even see the Falcons, but I'm not gonna like it.
I think the Vikings also said like Rossini juice or something like that. Like there is a bar and they had like a recipe or something and it said Rossini juice on it. So I think the Vikings also did something.
It is wild what the NFL they do such a good job of making it year round.
Yeah.
Like think about all the different things, and so we get done with the Super Bowl, and then it becomes about like the pre-draft process, right? And then it becomes about the All-Star games and the Senior Bowl, and then it goes straight into the combine, and then it goes right into owners' meetings, and then it goes right into pro days, and then it goes right into the draft, and it goes right into schedule.
And then OTA, mini camp.
Oh, you got mini camp, OTAs, you got all that. And then even like you say, well, July is the off month. Well, teams start camp in July. now.
Right. They have the voluntary, then they have the real, and then preseason camp.
Yeah, it's year round. They have done a fantastic job. And you know what? Like you're also starting to see the players benefit from this. And what I mean by Avion Terrell just got his contract, 48th overall pick, fully guaranteed, all of it, second round pick. He's the lowest drafted guy to ever have a fully guaranteed contract because, that's what it is. And look, if you're a second round pick, you're going to get unless you're Isaiah Foskey and you just are that bad, you're going to get an opportunity to finish your first contract. So they're guaranteeing these contracts, and good for them. I know football's a violent sport. I know the rosters are bigger than other sports, but we can't have the 11th guy on the Lakers bench making more than superstars in the most popular sport. We just can't have it. We can't have the guy hitting 7th for the Nationals making more than some of the biggest, most popular guys in football. Football's here, NFL, revenue, interest, everything else is here. It's the Grand Canyon between the NFL and every other sport. Now, those sports are great. Y'all know I love baseball. The NBA, got, the NHL, which playoff time's incredible. You got MLS, you've got WNBA, you got all these sports that make money, but it's not even close. Not even close. Like, we're sitting here waiting, anticipating when the games are going to be played.
Yeah.
What other sport can you even fathom? And college football, I think, is ahead of all the other things I just talked about, by the way. The numbers say that, not just me. So I'm glad to see the players are getting some of that. Like, the 48th overall pick now has a 4-year guaranteed contract.
Well, we were talking, we've spent all week, talking about the international games. Do we like them? Do we not? Look at yesterday. You now have a Thanksgiving Eve game in the NFL to go along with the 3 Thanksgiving Day games. You have a Christmas Eve and a Christmas Day. The NBA owned Christmas Day up until about last year when the NFL was like, hey, we're going to jump into that and make a little bit of that money too. Did anybody watch NBA on Christmas last year? Probably not. And you're not going to again this year. Like, every
Remember
major
LeBron was
holiday,
like 2 years ago, like, there was some good games. Like, this is our day.
No, it's not, buddy.
My brother. Like, you're one of the best to ever play sports, not just basketball. And you've had a lot of success. The NBA has its moments. Christmas ain't yours anymore.
No. And now Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving. Do we have a Labor Day game? Did I see that? I mean, it's every major holiday throughout the year. Your focus on the NFL. Super Bowl's on Valentine's this coming year.
Is it?
Yep. The Super Bowl is February 14th this coming year. A lot of couples
Where
are going to fall out of love that day.
In LA? Oh, yeah. Hold on, Nook. What'd I do? Nook, and what are you talking about? What are you talking about, Nook? How'd I cheat you out of Laura Rutledge? What are we talking about here? In 2020. That's going back some time, Nook.
I don't even remember 2020.
Me neither. I try to forget 2020. What'd I do?
It looks like, from what I'm reading, you were going to have Laura on and didn't.
I had Laura on back in the day. She used to come on every now and again.
Nikki remembers that. Don't piss that guy off.
Yeah. She's kind of gotten out of the college game, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like more NFL now.
So. I don't think she's doing the SEC show anymore.
She was on.
I forget who's.
I like
picking
her
that,
a lot.
I forget who's picking that up though.
I believe she was on NFL. She was on NFL Countdown last year, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's like full NFL now. I don't think she's doing college anymore. At least not the SEC travel show. I don't know. Somebody. I don't know who's doing that. Somebody I saw. Anyways, you are seeing more and more people that are like, wait, I get to talk about just 32 teams and there's actual rules.
Yeah.
Instead of 200.
And there's things that you have to actually abide to. Oh, weird. I like talking about that more.
And you have topics year round, like you just mentioned. Like, it's a lot easier.
College football is still very, very popular, and more people are at the table now.
Yeah, personal preference, like, I'm not disagreeing with anything anybody's saying, but like personal preference, I just enjoy the college game better, just off of like not how they play and stuff, but like the pageantry, the tradition.
And you know, like I was like that forever. And like Matt's the opposite.
Right. And
Flynn's NFL all day, every day.
Yeah, and I really enjoy the NFL too, but I can see why people are turning away from the college game.
Me too. That's
when
what I was about
it's
to say.
And see, I don't
the
want
way
to,
that it is. Like,
No.
it's just so... It's still fun to watch, but all the other stuff surrounding it makes it almost unbearable to cover, just because, like, it just pisses you off.
Well, that. And there's always something that's not something, like, exciting. It's
Right.
like, oh, this is changing. It's like, as soon as you feel like you get a grasp of what it is, it changes.
Yep.
And when there's no structure and there's no rules, it's like, it's hard to, like, get your opinion where you want to, like, okay, I like this, I don't like this, because it's like you don't have time to feel either way about it before it changes.
It does change super fast. And usually I don't like the changes.
That's fair too. Like, for the NFL, for the large majority of it, like, things are well calculated and they're thought out, and you have a rules committee, and they go through the committee for multiple years.
You have
sometimes
structure.
so much more strict.
Almost every rule is better in the NFL when they change it. Like, I don't think their overtime rule is perfect. I still like the college overtime rule better. I think it's better than what it used to be in the NFL. College is kind of going backwards. Like, I've always been college football here, like, grew up in Baton Rouge, right? Like, LSU football has been my life for really my entire life. But I follow college football pretty closely, and I turn on the TV week 1, and I'm like, crap, I forgot that guy transferred to that school.
Yeah.
Because you got a guy playing for 4 different schools in 4 years. It's just, there's a lot about it that's not fun.
I'm with you there. I'm with you. I have become much more LSU and LSU only.
Yep.
And not just because I made the switch professionally, like that's some of it, but
It's just so hard to keep up with.
Yeah. Certainly, like outside of who you view every weekend. So I don't know. Makes you a little nervous. Although, like, again, I think college football is the second most popular sport in our country. So Nook, he said, LMAO in 2020, you had her on Craig Schilling's birthday on May 20th, not on May 15th as requested. My birthday. Felt betrayed.
Happy birthday.
My bad, Nook.
Yeah, happy birthday, Nook.
Brother.
Shout out.
Let's go, Nook. I would have had.
Probably
I
our
would have
like
asked her to
most
come on
loyal
today.
listener.
Nook, if you'd have asked, I would at least put the bat signal out and see if she could have came on the show.
Yeah.
That's my bad. Where's Craig at, by the way?
We've got some loyal.
Craig hasn't been in here in a while.
Dude, Craig listens. I know he still listens, but he used to be active in the chat.
Yeah.
Like any like flustering like graphic or like thing, like big deal, no big deal. Like that's all Craig. Like he put all those together.
When you wanted to do when I first joined the show, you wanted to do right, wrong, or indifferent. You mentioned it. He like sent me a message the next day. I had a whole video. Yeah. Before I could even make one. Like,
God, I loved. So I did right, wrong, or indifferent. Me and EJ did it for years. I loved that segment. One thing I'll say about my guy Bob, he hated when I would bring something like that to the table. So we used to, I came up with an idea like, because we started doing this on College Sports Today, is like confessions. And we would go around the room and we'd like throw out a confession, like something that,
I like this.
You know, that was, hey, here's what happened, or I did this, and I'm going to get judged for it, but, you know, this is my confession.
Mm-hmm.
You play Usher in the background, you know. Bob's exact quote when I brought it to him, laid it out. Here's what we do. He said, you know what, man? I'm a pretty open book. I don't think there's anything that people don't know about me. And that was it.
That's honestly fair.
I was like, yeah, of course, but.
Okay, let me think of some. Well, okay, let's do some confessions like this last segment.
We can do it when we come back.
Yeah.
OTB Confessions right here from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go see our friends over at PelicanRoof.com. That is the website for Pelican Roofing in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. We always tell you every single day that they're there in both cities, right? And why do you tell us that? Well, it's important for you to know that they're not driving back and forth on the basin. They are there. They're in the local community. So your roofing job in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, surrounding areas, it needs to be Pelican Roofing because they truly are the best, but also they're doing things in the local community. They're supporting, you know, athletic teams or anything, you know, going on in the area. Like they want to make sure that the area is thriving. So they're always giving back. They have a community tab on their website on the homepage, top right corner of pelicanroof.com. You can check that out. Again, we always encourage you. There's over 600 plus 5-star reviews. We want you to see those as well. And if you want to find the contact information for Lafayette, for Baton Rouge, it's in the top left corner of the website. Schedule that appointment today. You can do it again by going to pelicanroof.com. That's pelicanroof.com.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit spinela.com and tell them Matt sent you.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
As a business owner, you're always focused on how you can improve the bottom line. Well, when was the last time you shopped your insurance coverage? Insurance Network of Louisiana can help. If you're a business owner, let my friends at Insurance Network of Louisiana see if they can find you better coverage for less money. They always offer exceptional customer service and partner with only the best providers. So check them out online today at lainsurance.net.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green. Yeah, the magician's assistant in their dream.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Live from the Razor Cane studio. We're going to start doing this, and I don't really care what Flynn thinks because Bob shot me down, and I'm not letting that happen before. OTB Confessions, and we want you to interact as well. You can do it in the chat. You can do it on the text line. Greg says, I've aired it, but my confession is I listened to Murphy, Sam, and Jody on the way to work. Y'all aren't on. Please forgive me.
You and T-Bob.
Yeah, T-Bob used to listen to it on the way to work as well. You were not alone.
Whatever.
Like the person that was fighting against them listened to it. So we've got one here from LIV. My dirty little secret is this. I cheated on my SAT and got a full ride scholarship to Harvard.
Congrats.
I hope that's true. I hope so bad that that's true. Alondra, you want to go?
Okay.
I've got one.
You go first.
Okay, you want me to go?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
mine's
yeah.
pretty. All right, so like during confessions, like it's kind of like this. This is how it goes. So there was one time that I was making my coffee, I'm making it, blah blah blah, not even thinking about it, and I used all the milk. So I used all the milk, and then I panicked, and then because the family, aka my wife, still had to make her coffee. I didn't know what to do, and so I went and put some water in the milk jug, shook it up, put it back in the fridge to try to make it look like there was some more milk still in there, and that it wasn't the a-hole who took all the milk for the coffee and left his wife without.
That's harmless.
Coffee.
And then she probably grabbed in and was like, who did this?
Who did this?
Yeah.
It's me.
Me. I
did
confess.
That. Like that was one of my confessions one time, and it might seem like it's minor, but looking back on it, it's kind of messed up.
I always hate when they're like, you took the last one. Somebody's got to take the last one.
Yeah, it should be your wife though, not you. All right, Alondra.
Okay, this is very unhinged. So this was like back when I was dating somebody. Snapchat, you can see people's locations on there if they have it on, right? So I went to bed and I was like lurking and I was like, okay, he's home, whatever. I wake up at like 2 a.m. and I was, for some reason, was like, check the Snap map. And I looked at the map and he's like in Slidell at like 2 a.m. at some random house. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Whose house is this? Like, oh my God, my heart started like beating real fast. Like I went like full like crash out and I'm like, So I'm like zooming in. I'm like looking at the street name, looking at the subdivision name. I'm looking it up and I'm looking up the neighborhood and somehow come to the, like, I don't know how I found it, but I found the house. Not having an address or anything. I just found it. And he was at his uncle's house. So I know where this dude's uncle lives.
Oh.
And he never knew this.
Y'all can't see her unless you're watching on YouTube. When she was zooming in to see where the house was, I felt that from across the room.
Yeah.
Like that was a real zoom.
Oh, I was zooming in there. I'm like looking at the street name. I'm looking at like what house on the lot it is. Found out it was his uncle.
Lot number 368.
He never knew that I did that.
He does now.
Probably not.
No, he's listening. Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Unless you're somebody listening to Murphy, Sam, and Jody.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would do that.
I can get a little unhinged sometimes.
I don't believe it.
I can't wait to hear Tay-Tay's.
I can't wait either. We'll have Devin Snow, but I want to hear Tay-Tay's confession when we come back as well. More OTB Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go see our friends over at Rejuvame. RejuveMeMedical.com is the website. And one of the things that we always kind of, tell you about, because, getting labs and getting different things done, you're probably like, I don't have time to do that. And I really am here to tell you, like, this is my testimony of how it went for me. I went in, and you just go in, like, you don't even have to, like, schedule. Like, you go in, like, hey, I want to get my labs done. I was in, I think it was, like, 8 minutes tops, like, the entire process. So I get there, and I go in, and I have my daughter with me. My 2-year-old daughter sat on my lap during this process. I get my blood, taken right there, quick, easy, in, out. And they're like, okay, when do you want to schedule to go over what we, are looking at with your blood? It was like, hey, can we do a week from now? They said, absolutely. That was it. And so they make it incredibly easy for you. They want you to get on your journey. Your journey can start today. Go see them, one of their 13 locations. Find it online at RejuveMeMedical.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the
Father, tell me, do we get what we deserve? Oh, we get what we deserve. And where down we go, where down we go.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
So where down we go, way down we go. Oh, you let your feet run wild. Thomas, come as we are.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. I want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go Tommy's. GEAUX, Tommy's with the Y.com. Go Tommy's.com. You'll clearly see the difference. Award-winning year after year after year. Check out the Angie Super Service Award every year since 2016. Best windows in Baton Rouge in the 2025 Advocate. That went to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Again, go Tommy's. GEAUX, Tommy's with the Y.com. All right, let's go to the phone lines now. We've got our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, joining us now. Now, you probably, are missing Dev, unless you listen to the station. He canceled on us last week, but he was on another show on the station on Wednesday, I believe it was. And so, unfortunately, we didn't have him last week, but somebody did. So, Dev, how's it going, man? How you doing?
Hey, man, if you're walking down the interstate and you're dehydrated, and somebody pulls over and gives you a bottle of water, you're going to take it or what? That's Moscona pulled over, man.
I'm going to take it if it's my high because I'm loyal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's something else, I'm probably just going to throw it to the side, Dev.
Well, granted, I can use this as an excuse. Last Friday, I had to golf in a tournament for the kids. It's for the kids. It's for the kids. So.
It was a
charity.
charity.
The kids are good.
I'll give him the charity event, but the AFR is inexcusable.
Yeah, that's a step too far. Like I don't know it. I don't know how y'all do it in Chalmette, but like where I'm from, it's like you've been a part of our show for like almost a decade, and so
Moscona needed some French insight, so I was like, hey, you know what?
So he went to the Chalmation. I got you.
Been to the Chalmette battlefield, dude. I know a little history.
Dev, so we're going to start doing a Friday segment, confessions, where you have to like say something that's, you're not proud of, like a little unhinged, if you will, like something where you're like, I've had better times or, just something like that. Like, do you have a confession that you would like to share on Friday here as we start this new segment, Confessions?
It starts today?
It starts today. Yeah, we just did it. Yeah, we just did it.
Do I have a confession? Man, dude, I'd have to really think into that.
Like a perfect example would have been like how you acquired your CDs back in the day from Kmart.
Yes.
Like that,
yes.
That'd be a good example of a confession, which you told us wholeheartely.
Yeah, that wasn't the only two. I could definitely tell you that. That was definitely not the only two. So there's many more where that came from. I don't know, man. I'd have to. I hate to say this, but I'd have to be ready for next Friday with that because I really don't know. There's been a lot of those. There's a lot of those.
Yeah, I just don't want to hear your confession on Wednesday on AFR. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
All right, Dev, I do have to ask you about the Saints schedule. It was released, and we're going to find out pretty quickly how improved the New Orleans Saints are. They go to Detroit. They go to Baltimore to open up the season. Those are two very physical football teams, both going to be on the road. But just in the totality of the schedule, there's good, there's bad, like there is for most schedules. I really love where after you play the Steelers in France, you come back to a bye week and then 2 home games. You're not going to have to travel for a long time trying to recover from traveling abroad and going to the game there in France. And so there's a lot of things about the schedule that I actually really like.
Yeah, it's one of the schedules. I've looked at it like 10 different ways, right? Of course, like the first impression is, damn, we got to open up against the Lions and the Ravens, right?
Right.
So you're like, that seems pretty tough, which, I like the test right away, right at the gate. You're getting tested. How good is your offense? You got to go against the Lions. I love that. I think the hardest stretch of the season is going to be after that bye week, after those 2 games you talked about. You got to go play at Chicago, at Cincinnati, and then keep in mind it's going to be pretty cold, I'd imagine. Both are maybe not as cold as it could be, but it'll still be cold. And then you got to host the Packers.
Yeah.
That's 3 weeks right there, dude, where, like, especially, like, that part of the season, you're going to find out if the Saints are in business or if they're not. And then the other thing is I like how the Saints division games worked out. You're only playing 2 division games in the first 10 weeks, and they both at home.
Yeah, your only primetime game is going to be October the 5th, that Monday night game against Atlanta.
Yeah, and that's another thing about it, right? So your 2 division games, only 2 in division games in the first 10 games. One of them's a Monday night football game celebrating the 20-year comeback to the Dome.
Yep.
I mean, everything's kind of laid out to where the Saints should be 2-0 in the division. Come to that last stretch of division games, which it literally is the last stretch. I mean, you literally play how many? 4 out of the last 5 weeks you play division games.
Yeah, you go Carolina, at Tampa, Arizona at home, at Atlanta, Tampa Bay at home.
So, I mean, it's almost like it's crazy how they set this up with the NFC South. Like, it's going to come down to the end of the season. It always does, and it looks like it did.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, last year you had 3 teams with the same record. Saints weren't one of them, but you had 3 teams with the same record. There was playoff ties and tiebreakers all over the place, and the NFC South is going to be chaotic all season long. It typically is, but I think the chaos is going to be a better version of chaos. It's going to be organized chaos this year compared to what it has been. I do expect the Saints to be better. I think Tampa Bay is going to figure out some things where we thought they had them figured out last year. Stefanski in Atlanta, I think he realizes what he has in Bijan Robinson. Quarterback play is going to be a question there. And then look, Carolina, they won the division last year. Now, the Saints had a lot of success against them, but you got to give them their flowers. They found a way to win the division. So I think it's going to be a better version of football, and it is going to go all the way down to week 17, 18.
Yeah, and then the way that I found out is like all those teams, all those division teams, they're going to be, either in their rhythm by then or they're just going to be what they are, losing team. And I don't know, man. I feel like the Saints can just hang in there because it is a tough start. So it just is. I mean, you could easily start 0-2.
Yeah.
But anyway, the Raiders game's kind of trappy looking too. But maybe it's just because I'm looking at the schedule too long. But I just hate that whole idea of if Mendoza's playing by that point.
I don't think he will be, but
okay, yeah.
I think Kirk Cousins will be there until week 6 through 8. So like somewhere in that range.
Insane. That is insane, man.
I just think you brought him in for that reason. You brought him in for a purpose. You brought him in to be a guy that helps Mendoza. You don't throw Mendoza to the fire. Their offensive line's got more issues than Vogue, and so I know you signed Tyler Lindenbaum, but that's not going to be enough. They've got one of the worst right tackles in all of football. Their left tackle's good when he plays, but he's always injured. So I think you're going to get Kirko changed there in game number 3.
Okay,
and the Saints fans are going to be so fired up. They got to wait until September 27th to have their first home game.
Yeah. And honestly, I would hate to play Mendoza in that spot just because it reminds me of when we played RG3. It was like around the same time when RG3's rookie year.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just when you don't have no film on a dude and it's like the first time you playing him, I just hate for the Saints to be in that situation. So I hope you're right about the Kirk Cousins thing. But yeah, man, I see the Saints winning 9 to 10 games if it all goes well.
Dev, what's the chances that we see you end up in Paris?
Don't count me out. Don't count me out. I think it's that or Canton or both, right? So I gotta figure it out. Now to go out of country, I'd have to go get a passport. I ain't had a passport since I went to Banff, Canada in 2005.
I want to say I've heard about this Canada trip. Actually, I feel like something. Yeah. In my brain remembers you going to Canada.
Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was back when like Abercrombie and Fitch was popping and stuff. So I had a "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" shirt on the plane, heading to Banff. And the lady kept bringing me Coca-Colas, and I wasn't finishing my Coca-Colas, so she kept bringing them. And I just remember thinking, I was like, "Why you keep bringing me Coca-Colas?" And it spilled all over my "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" shirt. I was pissed.
How did the "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" shirt? How did it play out for you? Did you okay?
I know that's and look, that was a common question even then. It never played out good. Never played. No kisses. No kisses. I would have remembered it. So actually, my first kiss I ever had, I was actually wearing Sean John. So
okay,
just goes to show you.
All right,
yeah, it goes to show you all that stuff don't matter, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Man, I would love to see a photo of you and Sean John.
Oh my God, I'm sure there's one somewhere.
Oh, there is. There is no doubt about it.
Sean John, name chain, Rockaway pants.
Oh yeah,
that was Chalmette. That was Chalmette, dude.
Where did you go in Chalmette to purchase said clothing?
A place called Bose. Yeah, it's called Bose. They sold school uniforms,
okay,
like Dickies and stuff that. And then they also sold, like all the, I guess you would call it designer at that time. I don't even know if they would call it that.
I think
you had to have highlights, a name chain, and
is it still open? Is the place still open?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
yes,
I think. I know since you're not doing RB&R days anymore, and we see you doing content all over the place now. I think you need to go in, and you need to do a video, promote them a little bit, tell them what they did for you growing up, first kiss, the whole deal, and that's something I would like to see.
Yeah, no, and look, dude, there's a lot of haters too. Nobody liked dudes who were wearing, because I was one of bros where I was buying jerseys. I was always buying jerseys. That was my thing. I was always buying jerseys when I was a kid, whether it's basketball or football. But, I had some haters. A lot of people were in the Abercrombie, and I didn't get into that till late, till the very end.
Yeah, look, we're balling on a budget growing up. You and I, a lot of like in that, in that realm, and so it's okay. Yeah. Which basketball jersey is the one that stands out the most? I feel like you had the most random New Orleans Hornets jersey possible.
Yeah, but I also got the other ones too. So like when you asked that, the one that pops in my head was I had a Dr. J Julius Erving Hardwood Classic. And when I think about this, bro, this is all stuff that Katrina took.
Right.
So anything before 2005, it's gone. So them jerseys are gone. Wish I still had them. Dude, I had Rasheed Wallace, Antoine Walker. This is just the era that was going on at the time. Of course, I had Baron Davis, Allen Iverson. This is back when the Iverson shoes were still. I tell people all the time, man. I never seen a shoe release more that had the world more captivated than the Iverson.
Yeah,
dude. Still does that.
He's the answer, no doubt.
I mean, if you didn't have Iversons, bro, you had to be working on getting them.
See, I thought when you were talking about a Hornets jersey, I got to be honest with you, I thought you were going to have a deep cut like Chris Kaman.
Oh, absolutely not. No. I had a B. Diddy. That was my first one.
Yeah.
It was a gold one. A gold B. Diddy.
Pages stock of it.
Loved them.
Yeah. I figured you might have had one of those.
Well, still got the pager heads at my dad's house from the playoffs when they did the pager heads.
Oh, yeah.
That was like some of the best marketing in New Orleans.
Well, it's back when they used to win games and go to the playoffs.
Yeah, it made people more creative.
Yeah. We desperately need them to figure it out, by the way.
Yeah, y'all listen to the Drake albums, bro? I mean, I stayed up late for that.
I am a 41-year-old man who knew I had a morning show to get up for and another show in the afternoon. Dev, I've got to worry about this first pitch situation I got to do later tonight. So, no, I didn't get a chance to stay up and do that. I'm sure all of my sons did, though. So let's get a review before we let you go.
Yeah, dude, loved it. I've only listened to Iceman, but, I mean, it was classic, dude. Like, I wrote down ratings and stuff. You know, Drake's the only dude, and look, I know this guy's got supporters and haters. He's the only dude on the planet that can break the Spotify app, and he did it last night. You couldn't even search his name in the search bar. I had to go to YouTube, but it was awesome, dude. It really was. Iceman's my favorite one. One of them albums, you know, you can only listen to that when you're about to make love. So,
all right, Dev. Well, you know, glad to have you back on this show. Hopefully I don't have to see you, you know, elsewhere to get, you know, my Hold the Mayo segment in. And so glad you golfed for the kids. Glad you're back on the show. And confessions next Friday.
Yeah, I'll be ready for confessions. And just remember, man, that was only my first appearance on that other show. You know, sometimes things just happen. Okay. And I think that's what happened.
All right. We'll let it slide this one time. Let's just don't make it a habit.
No, we won't. All right, y'all have a good one. Take care.
All right, you as well. Our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, good enough to join us every single Friday here on OTB. All right, we are going to step away. In about 15 minutes from now, we have got LSU linebacker Whit Weeks set to join us. Stay locked in here to OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, when you've got plumbing problems, it's not a good deal. It's not a good situation. Typically, actually, like one of the worst situations you can have. But we have the fix. We have the answer if you do have those plumbing issues. You give Central Plumbing a call, right? Not only in Central, though. We want to remind you it's not only in Central. We're talking to not only the entire greater Baton Rouge area, Lafayette as well. Top right corner of centralplumbing.org. You will find that website. You will find that information, that contact information to make sure that 24/7, 365 weekend, holiday, game day does not matter. If there is an emergency, they are going to help you in that moment. So if you go to centralplumbing.org, you'll see it top right corner in Baton Rouge. It is 225-925-8552. Now, it's not only in emergencies. If you're looking to upgrade at your home, at your business from the very beginning, or if you're coming in and you don't like what it looks like, they can renovate it as well. Go to the website, get everything scheduled today. That's centralplumbing.org.
Raising Cane's Texas Toast is a thick slice of bread, garlic butter spread, grilled to golden perfection, and made to order just for you. Because when you make it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. Look, back pain can sideline you from the things you love. That's why I trust Dr. Kevin McCarthy and the team at the Spine Center of Louisiana. Dr. McCarthy doesn't just treat symptoms. He gets to the root of the problem. From advanced injection therapy to minimally invasive surgery, they've got the expertise to get you back in the game. With 5 locations across Louisiana, including right here in Baton Rouge, quality care is close to home. Call the Spine Center of Louisiana or visit spinela.com and tell them Matt sent you.
As a business owner, you're always focused on how you can improve the bottom line. Well, when was the last time you shopped your insurance coverage? Insurance Network of Louisiana can help. If you're a business owner, let my friends at Insurance Network of Louisiana see if they can find you better coverage for less money. They always offer exceptional customer service and partner with only the best providers.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Who's to say what's impossible will they forgot? This world keeps spinning and with each new day I can feel a change in everything. And as the surface breaks, reflections fade, but in some ways they remain the same.
All right, welcome back in OTB.
And as my mind begins to spread
Here, live from the Raising Cane's studio. Couldn't have a top down on the Jeep playlist without having some Jack Johnson. Like, just a good vibe.
This is a good Jeep, top off the Jeep.
Yeah.
Maybe going somewhere in the water, you know?
Water's like
yeah.
to the side
yes,
of you,
yeah.
in the view.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Jack Johnson had a moment, he had a time. Banana Pancakes, Flake, Upside Down, a lot of good hits. Shout out to Jack Johnson. Also, shout out to Oshner. May is Stroke Awareness Month, and when it comes to a stroke, every second matters. Remember the signs: FAST, fast, face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911. Oshner is leading the way with advanced stroke care right here in Louisiana with expert teams ready 24/7 and life-saving treatment when you need it the most. Don't wait. Don't second guess it. Learn the signs, protect your loved ones, and get the right care at the right place with Oshner. Download the My Oshner app to stay connected to your health all times, anytime. Oshner Health, innovating healthcare, improving lives. My Oshner app.
This will
Taylor,
put you in a good mood.
I love Jack Johnson.
I want Tay-Tay's confession.
I was just about to go too.
I mean, y'all look be disappointed. It's not super spicy or anything. It's not
It's not making your.
I just told you I stalked somebody.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I'm a sane individual. I didn't stalk somebody.
Well, I
on
mean,
Snapchat
who
at
among
2
us,
a.m.
you know?
I
Right,
mean,
didn't do that.
Look, when
who hasn't
you know,
crashed out at
yeah.
like 2 a.m.? You see the dude you're dating at some random house in Slidell.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're not going to look up where Victoria's at?
I mean,
we live
outside of
She ain't
making
home at 2 a.m.
outside of making your 7-month pregnant wife put together a crib, what is your other confession?
Okay, so how about that? We'll go kind of off of that. I'm not nearly as handy around the house as y'all make me out to be. Outside, great. Inside, guys, I can't do anything. I mean, like when it takes me 45 minutes to wash the dishes, I can do nothing inside. I have called my dad.
Did we make you out to be?
Once a month. Well, just because like I always talk about like cutting grass, everything. They're like, oh, Taylor probably enjoys doing that. Like, no, I don't. Like, I call my dad all the time to try to like help me with things and everything. I'm terrible around the house.
So he built the crib.
No,
kidding.
No. No,
that's something you got to do yourself.
So
we got the crib. We got the crib done.
his wife
quick.
built the crib.
I don't. Where we got that from?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right. That's what we always heard.
I mean,
Sorry.
mine's not super juicy. I mean, I'm very stereotypical white guy. So it's like, you know, I don't have a ton of like crazy ones. I can tell you I get blinding road rage if I'm in traffic for even 2 minutes.
What's like, I don't know, maybe like a weird thing you do with food or like.
I can't have any of my food touch whatsoever. Like if the mashed potatoes touch something else that doesn't belong on mashed potatoes, that's a problem for me. I'm very, very OCD when it comes to food.
So you're not T-Bob with the amalgamation KFC.
No.
That's how I eat.
No. Most people do.
I'm like,
Not
give
me.
me a bowl of slop.
Extra sloppy.
Yeah.
now.
Give me some slop.
I eat one thing at a time. Like if it's just like a plate of 3 or 4 things, I'm eating
Okay, so
all.
I do that as well.
Next, all.
Yep. Like if I get a burger at a restaurant, I'm taking like sip a drink, eating the entire burger, then fries.
Yeah, I'm
like it's not we're not mixing back and forth.
Yeah, I'm like that a little bit too, which is
Yeah.
weird.
Like steak, I'm going steak first, sides after. It's always.
All right, so the rest of the wolf pack's gonna have to carry the confession
Yeah,
segment.
we are. Look, I got plenty of stuff. Flynn's gonna have plenty of stuff too.
Tay really is kind of like
I'm kind
just
of an open
lives his
book.
life.
I mean, yeah, just kind of here, hanging out. Y'all want to know something? I'll tell you.
Well, I'm gonna do it on Fridays because I feel like if we do it
That's
the last segment of the 8 o'clock hour,
Yeah.
and then we go into Dev.
Yeah.
I feel like Dev's gonna have some good ones too. Like now that we've warned him and let him know what it's gonna be, so I'm looking forward to it.
I like it.
Tay, also, I know besides your confession, you wanted to give an early weekend loser, and I feel like this was 2 pretty good ones.
Garrick Higo. If you haven't heard of him, you shouldn't. He's a young golfer. This is his second PGA championship.
Sorry, Garrett or Garrick?
Garrick.
That's awful.
Like
I hate that.
G-A-R-R-I-C-K.
That's
Garrick,
awful.
like Garrick, but Garrick.
Yes, Derek. Yes, Derek with a G. We can go that way. This is his second PGA championship of his career. He shot 3 under yesterday. Shot a 67. Would have been tied with 6 other people for the lead. The problem is he got deducted a 2-stroke penalty, guys, because he was late for his tee time. He was in the early group, by the way.
Just so crazy.
It wasn't like he was waiting
late
for
to
other
something like
people to
that.
finish and thought they were going to finish later. He was in the first group.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was interviewed about it, he's like, well, I mean, it was 7:18, and I got there technically before the clock showed 7:19. But I mean, if they want to say I'm late, I'm late. I mean, it's probably 30 seconds late. You're not Scotty Scheffler. You're not Roy McIlroy. This is the biggest event you've ever played in, and tell me you can't make your damn tee time? Yeah. You kidding me? By the way, he's now even now. He's completely collapsed.
Yeah.
Like there was a chance he could have been in the lead. Like after the first day.
It gives me nightmares. That I used to have a dream that I missed the opening kickoff all the time just because I was late and they kicked the ball off and I wasn't there. And I mean, just night terrors. I don't have many dreams. I remember having that one. To be actually late for like something like that is wildly puzzling. Like that's what you do now.
Yeah.
And you're late to your tee time. What are we doing here? My guy, set 7 alarms if you have to.
The second one just actually got a little bit juicy, Jake, this morning. There's actually changes since I told you. So late Tuesday night, Bryson Kennedy, he's class of 2029, so he'll be a sophomore this year. Gotten some interest from a couple SEC schools. Moved from Arkansas to Duncanville to play at Texas, powerhouse of Duncanville. Guys, obviously, he went to Duncanville for football reasons.
Right.
Nobody's questioning that. But Bryson went on a podcast and said, oh, yeah, well, we moved because it's perfect for my football career, and, that's something that we wanted to do. Well, folks in higher-ups in high school football saw that podcast because it's apparently a well-known podcast. He has been ruled ineligible to play in that particular league because he moved for football reasons. The quarterback has since updated his Twitter account to show he is now back at Little Rock Central, removing his association with Duncanville off of his profile. So he just decided he's going to move back to Little Rock, stay at Arkansas, play for that high school team, a team that all of his teammates know he did not want to be there. Like, if this doesn't scream Damon Williams at Washington, I don't know what does.
Oh,
so, yeah,
yeah.
he is now back at Little Rock Central, not going to Duncanville.
Yeah, man, if you're on a podcast, my guy, like you got to be smarter than that. You can't just go out there and say, yeah, I did it for football reasons. You make something up. You say that your parent got a better opportunity there. Yeah, you can't. It is wild. I didn't think anybody could actually not be eligible anymore.
Well, I told you, I thought he was just going to fight it, get some sort of NIL lawyer or whatever you want to call it, and play. Because, I mean, I imagine rules in Arkansas and Texas are a little bit different, but, I mean, he's back at Little Rock Central, so So something happened he didn't like.
What are we doing?
The guy's a 4-star. I mean, he has multiple SEC offers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, Arkansas, Kentucky, Missouri, Vandy, Miami. I mean, big-time programs are recruiting this guy.
Yeah, you can't be out there telling the truth about why. I mean, like we all know it's for football, but it's not good. All right, well, so is he going to be eligible in Little Rock? We assume? Maybe?
Yes.
What if he's
he
ineligible there,
moved back.
Oof, that's not going to be good. All right, we will step away, and when we come back, we are going to be joined by LSU All-American linebacker Whit Weeks right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go see our friends over at Emerson Heating and Air. That website's going to be emsair.net. I've been telling you over the last couple of weeks, they came out to my home, man, and it was such an easy process. And I had 2 different air units with 2 different issues. The first one was a battery issue. They came in, fixed that, 3 minutes tops. The second air unit, it was clogged. The drain was not draining. We had some water back up into the pan. They came out, quick fix, pushed it out, ready to go, 3 minutes tops. And I'm not just telling you that. That's not lip service. That's just what it was. So if you want to make sure, because we all know that heat is coming, and you want to make sure that your unit is working exactly how it's supposed to, remember, they have an $89 OTB special going on right now. You tell them, I heard this on OTB. You're going to get it for $89 to check your unit before the summertime comes. emsair.net, 225-232-3522, emsair.net.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Hi, this is Beth Tarina. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized, it'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Excited to catch up with my guy, Whit Weeks, LSU All-American linebacker, joins us now. Whit, what's going on, brother? How we doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic. How'd the lift go this morning? How we feeling after the lift? You know, summer workouts, I'm sure you're about to go home maybe for a little bit after school gets out, then you get right back into the grind. So typically, Whit, this is when the strength coach tries to, hit you into the ground a little bit.
Right. So we're still actually in discretionary right now. So we get pretty much the whole month of May off, and we'll come back as a team in June. So right now I was just working out with one of our strength coaches, just getting some work in.
Y'all get May off?
Yeah, well, we get 3 weeks. So from the end of finals, and then we come back the week after next.
All right. Well, I'm glad y'all got that kind of stuff done, because typically this is when this is back in the day. This is when the strength coaches would try to tear you all the way down to the ground, then give you that 10 days off to try to build you back up. So I'm glad that y'all have figured it out and gotten a little smarter than us meatheads. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, it must be reversed, because this is our time off. And once we come back in June, we're rolling till camp.
Well, man, I think a lot of LSU fans, they were excited to see you kind of out there at the very end of spring practice in uniform out there on the field. And you and I have talked about it so many times, some of the things that you went through a year ago. And I said it the other day, I give you so much credit for going out there and playing in those South Carolina games, the Oklahoma game, knowing kind of what you were going through. But for LSU fans, how are we feeling after getting out on the grass for a couple of practices there in spring practice and being smart about your rehab?
Yeah, for me personally, I mean, getting those reps was huge for me at the end of spring, because it really just gave me the confidence to know that I can do it, because really this is the best that my ankle's felt since sophomore year.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a struggle for me last year, but got some stuff cleaned up in January, so now I'm ready to roll again.
And obviously ready to roll with your guy, Blake Baker. I know what y'all's relationship is, and, it looked like there for a little bit, maybe he was going to be a head coach somewhere, and we were hoping, man, I wanted for him. I really did, but I'm also I want him to be here at LSU. He wants to be here as well, and I think he showed you that by staying here as the defensive coordinator. And again, I know you're here, he's here, y'all wanted to be here together. What is that relationship like for you and having him back for another year?
I mean, that's my guy right there. We're really just like best friends, but he's also my the DC. So it's so much fun to play with a guy who just has the same energy that I do, and he brings so much juice to the building every single day, and he's just so much fun to be around and to play football for.
And there's a lot of continuity with the defense. Now, on offense, obviously, I know there's a ton of new faces. There's going to be a lot of new players over on that side of the football. And look, there should be. There's a reason why you have a brand new staff on that side. But for the defense, there's going to be a lot of the same faces. Now, you're going to have some new, and you and I have talked about those new players, and I want you to talk about that here in a second. But what does it mean for you to not only have Blake Baker back, but to have a lot of the defensive staff, to have guys like DJ Pickett, Tamarcus Cooley, PJ Woodland, Devon Keys, who I know you're close with there in the linebacker room, all of those guys kind of coming back, and the defense is going to have, a familiar nature with everybody kind of coming back and, really saying, okay, let's go run this back. Let's have coaches, let's have players, and let's have a defense that was really good a year ago.
Right. And I think having those veterans plus all the coaches coming back, it just allows our defense to keep evolving. This spring we added so much new stuff into our defense, a couple new schemes that we put in, a lot more 3 down. So it's cool to see how this defense has evolved from Baker's first year going into his 3rd year.
Yeah, what is some of that? What is some of that? Because I think last year we did see that Blake was, able to certainly implement the things that he wanted to, and the aggressive nature and people coming from all directions, and you never really knew who was going to add themselves to the blitz. Is it things like that now that the system is fully implemented into the team, you just expect to see more and more as every year goes by?
Exactly. And at the end of the day, it comes down to trust. Coach Baker trusting us to know everything that we need to know, and then us trusting Baker that when he makes a call, let's go out there and execute it.
Well, now I got to ask you about the tempo of the offense that you're going to be facing every single day as well, Whit. And it is one that is going to be as fast as any team in the country. It is one you've played against multiple times there, but now you're going to get a chance to see it every single day in practice. And so for you, not only getting a chance to go out there at the end of spring, but watching spring practice and seeing your defensive brethren kind of go against this offense every single day, What has that change kind of been like for you?
There is absolutely zero rest. You don't even get to catch your breath. Once practice starts, you're rolling for a solid 2 hours with no breaks. And for me, I was able to get a couple racks of 7-on-7 towards the end of spring, and even 7-on-7 is tempo. So there really is no rest. I mean, you get your pass drop, set up off the quarterback, break on the ball, and immediately sprinting back to your spot to get lined up for the next play.
Catching up with LSU linebacker Whit Weeks here on OTB. Give us some names, though, Whit. Some of the guys maybe, because, look, there is so much new on this offense. Really, there's only a handful of guys. You got Tradez and the running backs coming back and Braylon Moore, guys like that coming back, Bo Bordelon. But for a large majority of it, it's going to be a new face and a new place. What are some of the names that stood out to you during spring practice?
I mean, as far as the offense goes, the offensive line is standing out to me for sure. I mean, Bo Bordelon at left guard, that dude's been balling. Him and Jordan Seaton on the same side, that's a nasty combo right there. And then you got Braylon, who he's a veteran. I mean, he can just control that offensive line and make all the calls, do everything you need a center to do. And I've been really impressed with our receivers as well. Winnie Watkins has been making a lot of plays. And then the quarterbacks, we didn't get to see Sam, but I thought the quarterbacks towards the end of spring really started to kind of understand the scheme and understand where to go with the ball and not try to make superhero plays and just make plays that the defense is giving them.
Well, I want to ask you about a guy that every time that somebody went to practice or every report that I got back, his name was mentioned, and that is Dylan Jones at the running back position coming over from Wisconsin. Now we know Harlem Berry, Caden Durham going to be there as well, but certainly running back by rotation has worked well in LSU's history. Kind of give us a book maybe on Dylan Jones at the running back position.
Yeah, that dude's a tank. And he was coming off an injury last year, so he really wasn't even 100% this spring. And for him to go out there and play like that's promising for us as a team.
All right, one other thing that we have found out over the last couple of days, LSU Clemson going to be under the lights in the Real Death Valley. We all know that, but also College Game Day has announced that they're going to be at the game with so much. Yeah, I mean, so much anticipation, right? I mean, look, this is why you go to LSU. I remember like when you got the targeting call against Florida, which I still don't think was targeting. I was like, man, that's BS because you only get so many of those moments in that stadium under the lights, primetime game against a team you don't like very much. So I hated the fact that that game got taken away from you. But now here we are. You're going to get a chance the first game of this year to be able to go out there against Clemson, the whole Death Valley, this, that, and the other. But just with all the new, with Lane Kiffin being the head coach, what does that mean to you as a player to be on the biggest stage from week number one?
Well, like you said, you don't get these opportunities many times in life. I only get to play 7 games in Death Valley for the rest of my life, so I really just got to cherish every moment that I get in that stadium. And when you do get to play a school like Clemson at night, College Game Day, first week of the season, I mean, those are the games that when you're sitting here in May working out, that's what you're thinking of. That's in the back of your mind. That's what I'm working towards right there, is to win those type of games and that type of moment on the biggest stage in college football.
It certainly is going to be that. I got to ask you, since I have you here, obviously we know, Wes, your brother, was on the team last year. Zach, your brother's on the team this year. For our guy, Wes Weeks, he's up there in Indy with my guy Shane Steichen. I've known Shane forever. Like, what have the reports been from Big Brother in the NFL?
He's loving it. I mean, I hardly ever get to talk to him because every time I try to call him, he's in the facility. He says he's literally in there from sun up to sun down.
Right.
He told me it's pretty much just like a fall camp up there right now. But he's liking it. I mean, he's liking all the dudes, liking the coaches. And he said he's been getting some good reps and playing good ball, so I'm excited for him.
Yeah, I am too. I think it's a great opportunity for him. And, again, I think it's a really good coaching staff, and I think he's going to have a real good chance to be able to go out there, be a special teams war daddy from day number one, and get on that roster. All right, what about little brother?
Right.
We got to ask you about him as well. Obviously, y'all got a chance to all play on the field last year, which was a very cool moment. How has Zach been? How's that development going?
Zach impressed me a lot this spring. His development from last year until this year has been unbelievable to me. I mean, he's definitely, I would give him the most improved award for this spring. He's been playing really good football. So if he can put together a really good summer OTAs and then put together a really good fall camp, he'll be able to get out there on Saturdays and contribute for us.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember this right, like technically, like he should just now be a freshman, right? Didn't he graduate high school early? Okay,
exactly.
Yeah. So it's probably no surprise to you that you're seeing that growth and that development in his game.
Exactly. But it's even more surprising because usually what I've seen since I've got to college is that growth happens from your freshman to sophomore year. I mean, for him, this is his freshman to sophomore year, but really it's his freshman year of college all over again because he's so young.
All right, there he is, our guy, Whit Weeks, good enough to join us here on OTB. Whit, always a pleasure, my man. Enjoy what, is considered some free time, even though you're still there in the weight room before everything gets going here in a couple weeks. Look forward to seeing you over there on the Ponderosa, and enjoy the last couple of weeks of freedom here before we get going.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Good talking to you.
You as well. Whit Weeks, good enough to join us here on OTB. Looking forward to seeing what that defense looks like. He gave you some names to pay attention to there on offense. And one thing that he said that really kind of stood out to me, like this team and this staff loves Bo Bordelon. He mentioned him at left guard. I think he's going to have an opportunity to start on this football team. When you go to Our Lads, my favorite website for depth charts, he is the starting left guard right now. You're going to have some competition. It's going to be good competition, which this team desperately needed on the offensive line. But when a defensive leader, team captain mentions your name, that tells me that right now you're the leader in the clubhouse.
I came in here after that first scrimmage and talked about, the offensive line didn't look great. Bo Bordelon was not on that starting O-line at that point. Really, since they made that switch right after, the talk has been kind of reversed, and it's, man, the offensive line looks so good. They have such cohesion. Sometimes one switch does that for you. Because, what do they talk about, Jake? It's not always the best five. It's the five that play the best together. And Bo Bordelon, he's been there, done that. He's multi-year, fourth, fifth year here at LSU.
He's a redshirt senior,
Yeah, so, he's a guy that knows this program well. And, all accounts as he has had a great spring.
All right, and we certainly appreciate Whit for hopping on with us again. Getting him back on the field and having him fully healthy is as important as anything for LSU. The defense is just different when he's in there. We saw it last year. He brings a juice. He brings a level of ability that nobody else in that room really has, and so glad to hear that he's feeling healthy. He said his ankle feels the best that it has in 2 years, and he's able to go out there and get in the end of spring practice. All right, we will step away one final time here. We're going to wrap it up like we do every single day, answering your questions. Going to get to a little Ask the Bench brought to you by Ice Cold Dos Equis when we come back on a Friday morning.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GCOPnet.com, GCOPnet.com. Gulf Coast Office Products, your absolute leader in office solutions. Now, they've got 4 locations in Louisiana. Okay, so if you're in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Mandeville, Lafayette, we are talking to you. But remember, they can help you all across the Gulf South here. They are proud partners of the Pelicans, the Saints, the Tigers, the Raging Cajuns. Those teams trust them because they know what they're getting from GCOP, which is the absolute best, the leader, and we don't say that lightly. We fully mean it. And they're the leader because they have all the bells and whistles of all the latest technology, but also they have the ability to have down-home customer service. So even though they're this big company, that does not matter because their main mission statement is to make it easy for you. The person that you talk to the first time is going to be the person that handles whatever issue that you might have. They pride themselves on that. You'll know exactly what we're talking about when you work with them. Go to the website today. That's GCOPnet.com.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Parrish Construction and Roofing, trusted by champions, built for Louisiana.
Do business with someone you know. Parrish Construction and Roofing.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishBuilt.com.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabreeze Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabreezeChevrolet.com.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Well, Ask the Bench brought to you by Dos Equis. It is always a great time. Airport beer, hanging out, watching a little baseball, beer, shower beer, crawfish boil beer. Anybody else got another one?
Just any beer.
Front porch beer.
There you go.
It's a good one.
Old rocking chair beer. It's always going to be Dos Equis. Go for Dos. Glenn right now currently is in an airport, and I bet he's going for Dos. Even though Rouse's still doesn't have my high on sale because
That's
Glenn
crazy.
messed it up.
I just got another picture of a Rouse's that does not have my high on sale.
Glenn, clean it up, bud. Clean it up. Hashtag Ask the Bench. How many vacation days do y'all get? I'm thinking about applying. I don't know how many I started with, but they always roll over.
Well, it's also not like a lot of the times that we're taking.
Roll over 5?
Yeah.
Dude, my first 6 years in the company, I didn't take a vacation
Yes,
day. So
most of the time we're out. We're not really taking a vacation. We're working.
I told Flynn on the way out of the building yesterday, I said, you know what? I'm thinking about taking a vacation coming up and one where I don't work the other job too.
Yeah.
Like, because usually when I'm not here, I'm working the draft or the combine or whatever.
Right.
So, fly fishing beer. Good call. He'll be doing that too.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely going to be doing that. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Is Jake excited for tonight? I am really excited. I don't have any nerves about the actual pitch. It's either going to be good or bad. There's only 2 outcomes, right? So I'm more nervous about like the logistics of it. We'll figure that part of it out. I got a lot to do today before I get there, but I'm more nervous about the logistics than the actual pitch. I mean, look, LSU's got the most wild pitches and almost the most walks they've ever had. So what's one more in the box?
You'll fit right in on the staff.
I mean,
you might be a middle reliever.
Oh, man. Nookie, should I get a lady of the night for my birthday? I wouldn't do that, Nook.
Sure, why not?
Nook, are you married? If the answer is yes, is your wife okay with it?
Yeah.
If the answer to that is yes, then absolutely.
I would not do that.
I think it's your birthday. You do whatever you want, man.
Ask the bench, which NFL flower is from? NFL logo is from a flower.
The
NFL
Saints?
Logos from a flower.
Fleur-de-lis? I don't know.
It does kind of look like a
NFL logos from a flower.
If I had to guess, the Saints.
Somebody asked a question yesterday and they never gave us the answer.
Oh, that's annoying. What was it?
We did mention it's Nookie's birthday. We already did about the Laura Rutledge stuff. We said happy birthday. Yeah.
Oh, it was which four major sports teams had the?
We
did get it.
It was Minneapolis.
That's right. We did get the answer.
We did get the answer. Yeah. So Taylor said vacation days does not cap out. You can move 5 of those over. I got a lot of them. Built up. Hashtag ask the bench. Are you going to do the gator chop into a throat slash? I thought about it, but since we're bad, I can't. If this was last year, they're
Also,
kicking me off the mound.
Yeah, might be bad taste to throat slash at Sully.
Yeah.
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 Right.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. I mean, again, though, if we were good, I'd still do it.
Yeah.
But we're not.
No.
I don't know what the vibe's going to be in the box tonight.
Yeah. It'll be fun, though.
I don't think Scone's going to give Nook a birthday shout out, but it's okay because Nook doesn't care. He just cares about this show, which we care about him. Shout
Happy
out
birthday,
to Nook.
Nookie.
Happy birthday, brother. And yeah, like
Much
Alondra
love.
said, just do whatever you want. You know?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Don't forget our friends over at Pala are hiring, by the way. I know we mentioned that earlier, but if you're looking for a new career, not just job, and you want to be a part of a team where it's employee ownership, go to palagroup.com, PALAgroup.com. That is the website. All right, it's going to do it for us here today. We love you.
Obviously, go
It
America.
was the Fleur-de-lis.
We thank you. Oh, there you go. You finally remembered. God, I guess it's only when
we have to
here.
force him to do it.
It's sad that y'all haven't joined me yet, really.
Whatever. We've been doing it every single day.
We've been doing it every day
Don't
for
even
like
try that.
6 weeks at least.
Yeah.
Go America.
Go
Taylor.
America.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BayouAutomotive.com, BayouAutomotive.com. The bump music today was songs for a Jeep with the top off. Well, guess what? I get to go play that playlist in my Black Widow Jeep on the way home, and that is thanks to Bayou Automotive. It is incredible. I mean, just the ease of taking the top off this thing. You just push a button now, and it just rolls all the way back, right? Windows down, you are cruising. But it's not only in the Jeep, right? They've got it in the Ram. They've got it in the F-250. They have so many different packages with the Black Widow package. And I can just tell you this. They do it better than anybody in the country. Literally anybody in the country. Nobody does Black Widow better than Bayou Automotive. Go see them in La Place, Louisiana, or just go to their website, BayouAutomotive.com, and you can buy it right there from the website. It's Ford, it's Dodge, it's Chrysler, it's Jeep, it's Ram. They have something for everybody. If you buy your vehicle offline, they will drive it to you in Baton Rouge. They make it easy. Bayou Automotive and BayouAutomotive.com.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Investing in a new roof doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Pelican Roofing, we offer 0 interest for 21 months because everyone deserves a safe, secure home. Trusted, local, affordable. Pelican Roofing, making quality roofing affordable for South Louisiana families.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit LouisianaPropane.com.